War paint time. Well, you can do that once if we get in combat, just like war paint time.
You're in paint, but without the T. Hi guys, we are live now.
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
Appreciate ya.
He said he was doing it.
Yeah, I did. It's fine.
He said he was doing the
You
thing.
didn't say it good enough.
I know. I didn't say it good enough. I'm
You
bad.
didn't say it like Freddy from iCarly.
I
That's the
speak
problem.
not good. I speak. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't do my normal 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And we're
Hi,
live.
Hi guys. We're
Be
live.
there.
No lie, I really enjoyed the remixed with the Victorious one where they combined the two songs. It's actually a really good remix when they're doing
I
it.
actually don't remember that version.
It's excellent. Anyways, hi guys. So sorry. We're awful, but that's nothing new. I'm Vinny. This is Records of the Realm. We are doing the Light Arc, which is our weekly game on Sundays. Which is even funnier because we have a time of day called Sunday, and then Sun Night, and then Moon Day and Moon Night in this game. And it really drives my players crazy so far, and I'm really excited.
It's all very cursed.
It's really great.
I am the only person who has kept track of it because that is how my brain works. Welcome to Working Night Shift.
I'm literally rewriting it now so that I don't forget.
It's great. I also forget, which is great. Either way, this is the Light Arc where we're on top of a flying city called Wishfall, and our players are the ones you see here. We're going to go around and do a quick thing of introductions.
-1.
There we go. Yes. First and foremost.
-1, who is on a plane right now.
Yes. First and foremost, Ethel/Kareen is not here right now. Currently heading off somewhere to do something with someone's. As ambiguous as I can get with that. We wish her well. Hope she's having fun.
He's on a trip. That's all.
No,
I
liked keeping
in her
it.
favorite rocket ship.
Oh my god.
I liked keeping it inconspicuous. By inconspicuous, I mean saying too much.
She's an astronaut. Oh,
damn! How dare you?
Said too much.
I am Vinny/Vander. I am the one in charge, the record keeper for this specific game. And you can find my info, the things I create and stuff at vander.vision on the internets, just everywhere. Just type vander.vision and it literally brings you to all my shit. To my left, we have Rach.
Hi, I'm Rach. My pronouns are she, her, and mommy. And I play Temerity, who is our Tiefling Warlock. I have spent the last Sunday or night, whatever we're on, in disposed because my character and I were very sick last week. But we're back. We're raring to go, and I've channeled an overarching amount of apathy for this.
Next up,
for the sickness,
turn,
not the stream. Damn.
Next,
all right.
We have Nova.
Hi, I'm Nova. I play Asunar, our Drorc,
Work.
Yeah, our Drorc, our dork.
You are a dork because you are a wizard.
That's pretty dorky.
She's a wizard barbarian who, just like her player character, just like the person who is in control of her, an absolute foot in their mouth kind of person. Just stop.
Love that.
Why did I just disassociate for like a good 30 seconds, imagining like the D&D version of the Goofy Goober place in the SpongeBob movie, but it's like dorky Drorcs. And it's like a theme goofy. Yeah.
I'm a dorky drooper. Yeah. Anyways,
it's been like 10 minutes and I have a headache already.
You're welcome.
Love you guys.
Speaking of which,
sorry, that sentence just made me dissociate. Anywho, Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on most socials as Melouette. And I play Kanitae Baequiundilin, our party's half-elf bard. I'm not multi-classing this campaign. Good for me.
Yeah. Give it time.
For now, we'll see.
Once you have levels available to level up, I'm sure we'll find something weird.
We'll see if things change. We'll see. But yeah, hi, Destiny.
Anyways, we are here now, because it has been a little bit. Who would like to give a recap of the things that happened last time?
Not it.
Meaning it is either Mel or Nova.
Yep, I think it's gonna be me.
Please be detailed.
It's gonna be you.
Please.
I promise someday I will do it. Today is not that day.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. So it's Sunday in It's a Sunday in Wishfall. We started off with our party members kind of split between locations. Connie and here comes the boy. Hello, boy.
I can hear it.
Hello, sir. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That's my familiar. That's Matcha. We start off with our party members kind of split between locations. Asunar and Ethel at Ethel's home. Kanitae and goodbye, boy. Temerity at the Jewel Chalice. Connie spent the night with her sort of fling, Breeze, and proceeded to sneak out the next morning to head back to Ethel's to regroup and figure out what they were going to do for the day. Ethel awoke at her place, made breakfast. Everyone's but Temerity met up. We got a message. Yes.
Clarification: is her name Breeze or Bree?
Oh, her full name is Breeze, but she goes by Bree.
Okay,
sorry.
Double checking because I assumed that, but you also just said Breeze, and I was like, oh,
have I been saying the tongue?
I've been saying the wrong name the entire
Bree is correct.
time.
Her full name is Breeze, but she goes by Bree. That was my bad.
That's good. That is solid.
Let's see. Also, it's impossible for you to be incorrect. You're the DM. I'm just kidding. So everyone meets up at Ethel's, sans Temerity. We later get a message from Temerity's familiar, who apparently talks in a very
give the accent. No, do it again.
New Yorker voice.
Do it again,
God,
Mel. You just did it.
Fuck.
Yeah, you are an.
He shows up. And he goes, "Hey, Temerity's sick. He's not gonna come over. Okay, bye." And that's not even exactly what he said, but that's what I wrote. That's the vague gist of it all.
I'm flying over here. Anyways.
Yeah. The group kind of figures out what they're going to do for the day and splits off to their various activities. So Asunar decides to go out into town and just start blatantly asking people about underground organizations, including the Snare and what was the other one?
The Undertow.
The Undertow, thank you. And the first person that she asks happens to be the sheriff. Who promptly warns her to not do that, and also tells her exactly where to not go, because if you ask the wrong people, it's gonna cause some problems. Let's see. Ethel discusses with her husband.
For nobody.
No, not a good time for nobody. Ethel discusses with her husband where to possibly go to find members of the Snare. They agree that the southwest side of town might have something to hint at there. So they head over there to a convenience store, or no, to a bar. It's a little bit seedy, stereotypical. Dude, what are you scratching at? And excuse me, proceeds to follow a pair of Devati into a convenience store where she overhears them asking the owner for a swirl. He's standing behind an ice cream counter, and he goes, "Do you want sprinkles with that?" And they say, "No, thanks, we're allergic." And then proceed to go, or overhears them going through some kind of potential entrance. She then leaves because she's not gonna mess with that by herself. Meanwhile, Kanitae did the nerd thing and went to the collective's library to try to research necrotic plant life, see if she could find anything that was similar to the blossom that we've been finding on corpses. Nothing similar, but she did find out about something called necrolions, which are now pretty much extinct. But at one point in time, like took over a certain region on Earthside. So that's fun. But she does also research druid spells. Doesn't find much, but learns about like a counterpart to arch druids, which are called Nair druids. They are powerful, kind of corrupted druids with a lot of necrotic power. Trine also then shows Kanitae a flyer for an art exhibit that showcases a painting clearly based on the blossom that they've been finding. And the gallery opens essentially in 2 days because it's currently a sun day. We have to go through a moon day and a moon night, and then on the next sun day, the exhibit will open. So that's something to look into. Everyone meets up at the Starlight Inn for lunch to swap info. Kanitae suggests getting in touch with Pandy to get more info on the snare or where she reported in. So she casts sending to ask, and Pandy gives her the name of a person that she used to meet up with, and also explains like a couple things like, oh, you have to like know the password, or you have to have someone like lead you there. People kind of split off into like other activities as well. So Connie goes busking, and Ethel and Asunar go to church, Ethel's church, where they meet a new, fresh-faced cleric named Tildy, a water genasi. Ethel kind of invites Tildy into the Circle Library, or the Cleric Library, and explains other things around town. While Connie is busking, she specifically tries to draw attention by singing about the blossom, dubbing it the Blossom of Blight, and gets like the interest of a couple of people, including a very like adorable little kobold named Amos. But the more interesting person she runs into is a Loxodon who seems very annoyed that she's there, and it turns out she's in his spot. And in his spot for recruiting people to what we later learn is the snare. So Connie disguises herself, runs around the block, comes back, gets a flyer, and leaves and meets up with everybody. Asinar's like, oh, hey, you know what? Let's get an extra flyer. And goes to get one too in disguise, kind of flirts with the guy a little bit. And that's pretty much
Not
where we're at right
intentionally.
now. Unintentionally, but it happened. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. Unintentional flirting. Oblivious flirting.
Both sound accurate. And during that time, Temerity had a tummy ache. So, tummy ache is now cured.
Wifey nursed you back to health.
Depending on how we want to do this, eventually Ethel and Walter are going to go off and do their own thing. Temerity, you are welcome to join these people for brunch, or if you guys want to have your meetup happen at a different time, or there's something else you guys would like to do, you can have
having lunch at this point, not brunch, because we had breakfast together. We split off for like 3 to 6 hours, depending.
A meal.
Okay.
So my question is, were you just messing with me when you told me that I was hanging out with my wife?
Is Rach frozen for you guys or just me?
No, frozen for me as well.
Okay.
Oh, and there she goes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, friend. Come back soon.
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Oh, well, hello.
Yeah, we could hear you before. You just got frozen.
Yeah, like your face
Can
was
you
frozen.
see me?
Yes, we can see you
We
now.
can see you.
Okay. I saw it was frozen. I didn't
You're like, maybe it'll come back.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. I was saying, were you messing with me when you said I was hanging out with my wife?
No, that can be what happened. If you would like that to be why you're missing for like 12 hours, which would explain it probably.
Mhm.
Okay, so is she still around?
She can be.
Because, like, if she is, like, fuck these guys, no offense, but, like, I'm gonna hang out with her.
Does nothing all day except his
Yeah.
wife.
Ah! That you said it, not me.
I had to.
I'm
Someone
proud
had
of
to.
you. I'm proud of you.
No, 100%.
Thanks.
No, I mean, honestly, if you're asking if I were to weigh in on it, she wouldn't stick around this long.
Okay. So usually smaller visits?
Yeah, usually no longer than like 6 hours.
Okay, so very fleeting. Good to know. So, probably not around anymore. You either relaxed in bed, had a tummy ache, whichever we decide, whatever you feel like feels real. The butterflies just aren't going away.
What did that woman put in that tea? I swear.
But eventually, you are good to go. It is currently midday during the Sunday, so you are able to either go out and do some work, depending on what kind of work you like to do. You can join up with the others, assuming that a message is passed on to you somehow, which is not too hard considering sending and stuff exists for these folk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would. Well, first I would ask um Nyx where um they said they were going when he spoke to them.
Sure. We can say that an itinerary was passed on of like we're gonna go do this, and meet up for lunch here, brunch here, food here.
And
So
I guarantee he's very disgruntled when he passes along this information. He's like, "What am I, your errand boy? Really? All right, so they said they wanted to go to brunch at 3 and then they did this and that and I really lost track, but they're probably going to be boop." I don't know where they are,
So
but
you know that they're at the Starlight Inn, which is a place that Asunar and Kanitae were staying for a bit. Whether or not that is the place they stick to is who knows, but that's where they were staying at that specific inn, and also that is where they're currently eating or calm-ish meal. We'll say.
okay. Um and I'm at the Jewel Chalice, so I would just ask one of my coworkers for directions cuz I don't know if I've been there.
Yep. And if I remember correctly,
You said Starlight Inn.
yeah, it's not insanely far away from where you. So that is, it's actually on the same hemisphere of the town that you're in, so you're able to find your way there. Not too bad. Still like getting lost with like there's like 5 blocks you got to go, but you get there. At this time, we're going to say Ethel and Walter leave, so that way I don't have to NPC one of our PCs. Either that or I have Ethel pass out, and that would be unfortunate.
I have another dream about her god.
Yeah, some weird dreams. We'll say Ethel and Walter exit, and not long after that, Asunar and Kanitae, you are rejoined by Temerity. I believe Trine is also with you guys. I forget if Trine actually.
Trine was with us comparing notes and explaining the gallery thing.
Right. So, Temerity, you see your Drorc, half elf, and other actually half elf friend all sitting around the table, being weird.
Oh, hello, my new friends. I hope you didn't miss me too much. And there's like a woo track like from iCarly. when a celebrity shows up for a celebrity
Just
appearance.
thaumaturgying it or something
Yeah, did you
yourself.
just like thaumaturgy it?
Yeah, why not?
Temerity's
Woo!
in his own reality TV show.
Oh my god. Seems correct.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, I don't have. Oh, I do have thaumaturgy. I was gonna
Yeah,
say, what the fuck? I'm a
Kanitae
tiefling.
just
What?
looks up from her food and is like, "Oh, you feeling better?"
Oh,
How's that tummy ache?
Yeah.
oh, you know it. ran its course. I do feel much better now. Thank you. I had a
All
little
right.
help.
Well, Ethel just left, so have a seat if you want to catch up, and we can spend like 10 minutes like telling Temerity everything we
Sure,
learned that
everyone
day.
do another recap, guys, right now. No, pinwheel
Spend
spin.
IRL 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We need real life 10 minutes. We gotta take all this time that we can. No,
You
yeah,
can't
no.
just fade to black that.
You guys sit, get your convos out. And yeah, Temerity, you are caught up. In as good of a fashion as these two can catch you up. So you're up to date on basically what happened last session, which is they went around, they did some digging, they got a couple clues, they have a gallery that they may look into, they have things related to the snare that they may look into, and that's kind of where it's sitting, right?
Okay. All right. Wow. It seems that you all have been busy.
Yeah, I mean, when there's, murder involved, you kind of want to stay on top of things. So,
I totally understand the desire to stay on top of things. So, where are we off to next?
uh, Kanitae holds out a blank parchment. These flowers aren't going to show us Jack until it's a moon day. So we might as well go try to scope out that gallery that Trine pointed out. I'm assuming the flyer's still sitting in the middle of the table.
Mhm.
It doesn't open for another 2 days, but they're probably setting things up by now.
Yes, that
Probably.
would make sense. And if anything, the grunts tend to have the looser lips, so anyone moving things in or out might be able to be persuaded to give us some information.
Is there an artist name on the flyer specifically for that painting, or is it just like a generic gallery? Because there's like collective galleries and then there's like solo galleries.
It is not a solo gallery, it is definitely a collection. But
Mhm.
as any good gallery would do, it does give artist credit underneath the artwork. The name.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, credit your artists.
I thought I was
Pay your
being
artist.
subtle. I don't know what you're talking about. Um,
Tip them generously.
the blood painting was done by Head Prominence Azuran.
Blood painting?
The or did I just? I was reading something. Blossom painting.
Okay.
I
was like, blood painting.
The blood painting. Nah. The
I was
blossom
like, in
painting.
blood or of blood? Or both?
You know, white blood. All that white blood. Too many white blood cells, apparently. No.
I don't know how that works.
I know. I also resent to our chat the Wishfall Gazetteer. So if there were other places you guys decide you wanted to visit, there's a list. I still need to complete some things on it, but that's if you guys spare time, decide that there's something you want to do before night. But yeah, you guys could head to the gallery if you decide you want to do that. But you do see Head Prominence Azuran as credited as the artist.
Where did you
just
post that?
died.
Baybook.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I never know where the good spot to post everything.
Countenance book.
So the head council dude whose husband was just murdered the other night. He's the one who did that painting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey,
That solves one question for me.
Grief is great artistic inspiration.
What?
Was I not? Grief is great artistic inspiration.
Oh my.
What?
Okay, nothing. No, wait, that's not an
Is it
acronym.
not?
My well, what does Greece have to do with anything? I'm confused. I don't know.
Grief.
No brain cell. Grief. Oh, I
Grief.
thought you said Greece. I was like, the country? What does that have to do with anything?
No.
Well,
The more we go off topic, the harder I dissociate.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
good job. Anyways,
Right.
yes.
Okay. Right. So making note of that, I just feel a little bit bad for this gentleman. But
The lotus painting? Sorry.
yeah, like
Mhm.
the flower that we found before that kind of looks like a bunch of little masks. Um,
One that I put in my mouth.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that one.
The mouth blossom.
The
That's
mouth. Plus.
it's an easier way for me at least to recognize when the way things are categorized, or have they been in Asunar's mouth or not. Oh, and I'm frozen again. Yippee.
A wee bit.
At least I don't look as bad this time.
I mean, last time where you were just
I was looking out to the side, but I had like a double chin. I didn't like it.
Right.
I mean, nothing is as fun as playing the pausing a Disney movie.
Oh my
Those
god.
in between frames sure do murder me.
They're very good. Does the flyer say anything about who the gallery is like sponsored by or anything like that, or is that even a thing?
um,
Or who it's hosted by specifically? Like aside from location, like is there someone who's like the curator of this event, basically?
I mean, the curators are the owners. The don't know if any of you would know this. The one who knows this town the best left, so you guys are a little more on your own, which is kind of funny. But it's called the Diopbeel
The
Gallery.
what?
Diopbeel. Diopbeel.
Beel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Vinny,
Mhm.
why did you a curio and antique store that lost an item made of mint once. The store has never smelt different since.
You're welcome.
I have a lot
Can
of
I,
questions
can I
about
quit
that.
the stream? Like, is it too late?
Yes, unfortunately, I'm sorry. We already have a 3-year contract with you, and until it runs its course.
Yeah, you're stuck here. If I'm stuck here, you're stuck here. I'm just kidding.
At least I have good company in this prison.
Mm.
So sorry, guys.
Okay. But so Diopbeel Gallery,
Mhm.
is that like are there owners' names listed under that? Or Connie can turn to Trine and be like, do you know who owns the gallery?
Yes, it's Any forgot for Control F, type in a word, hope it gets you near the other words. This is how I do things. Drink responsibly. Martin and
William, I love this. Why haven't I read it before? There's someone named Chilliam.
Yeah, we haven't met him yet.
There certainly is. Martin and I really can't find the name right now.
I'm looking in the doc and it says Arlene. Martin and
Arlene,
Arlene.
thank you. God, I don't know why that name was just so hard for me to remember.
There's also Diopbeel Gallery and Auction, and then there's Diopbeel Museum.
Correct.
Right.
They own both.
Cool. So Kanitae will ask, Trine, have you ever met the owners of the gallery? Are they like a friendly, chatty sort, or are they all business and no pleasure types?
I've not been before.
Mm.
They've been here for a very long time. They're a very old couple. It's about as much as I know about them.
Mhm. Right.
And Nori's making
Well,
sleepy noises, doing her dream runs.
oh,
Oh, cute.
right. Well, if they're the elderly sort, then hopefully that means they're the chatty sort. I'd say let's bring food, but I don't think it's a good idea to bring food to a gallery. Feels kind of counterproductive.
Wine.
Feel
Wine.
I was
Always
about to say
wine.
that.
Yeah, Temerity, you know
Wonderful
a place.
idea, Asunar. Very astute.
I mean, Temerity, do you know a place to get a bottle of wine? So we can butter them up and talk to them a little bit?
I mean, I would assume I do.
Yes, you can definitely find stores that sell wine. We can hand wave.
We can
buying
find a
wine.
liquor store.
Yeah.
I really want to check out the convenience store. I don't know how much of this list we know, like, of. If there's like a when you walk in an amusement park and there's like the list of places and there's little like number 1 is this.
I'm glad you're enjoying some of them because apparently one of them you really hated.
Well, it was the first one, so you didn't start off too hot.
What's wrong with the antiquary?
No, I do love it. I just
Just because it always smells like mint.
smelt.
But yeah, you could go to convenience. You could go to Crossbones Convenience if you really want to go there. But you could
Yeah.
you could go just about anywhere and go and get some wine.
Can I go to the Heavens View Collective and get some wine?
Probably they probably have wine.
Probably do.
Just be at a markup.
Yeah,
Let's
a severe markup.
let's get some wine and see if we can pay this elderly couple a visit and bother them.
Sure. Are you getting an okay bottle of wine for like?
Boxed.
I think we get them.
Box.
Okay, so
I think we should get them a good one.
Apparently it's boxed, so
Boxed wine.
it's gonna cost you 2
Okay.
silver.
Convenience store. What
To
do
be
you
fair,
Something
to be fair, my
something-
grandfather loves boxed wine, so maybe this is actually a good thing.
What's up, Asunar?
Something that is at least older than 15 years.
in a box?
In a box.
Do boxes live that long?
Absolutely not.
I just
This
enjoy the phrase these
conversation.
boxes live that long.
This conversation.
Emphasis on live.
This is how I die, folks. Goodbye.
You love us, Vinny.
Listen. So I understand the aversion to going with a box wine. Yes, it is a bold statement, but that is exactly the type of move that gets you extra information. You garner respect because any old nobody can walk into an art gallery with a bottle of Chardonnay or whatever. But if you walk in with like a boxed red, you show that you clearly don't give a single shit, and that is truly what is respected among artists.
Wants to agree with you on that. But also it sounds like bullshit, but also I don't care enough to challenge it. So
It also sounds like bullshit. That may be because it is.
speaking as an artist who doesn't give a fuck, like sure, but also I don't think if you wanted info from me, I would accept boxed wine as a gift for exchange of information.
Are we just bribing them? Are we trying to get like something nice to soothe their way in, or are we just trying to bribe them? It'd be hard to bribe someone who owns 2 buildings in the city.
I think just something nice to kind of woo them a little bit, you know?
We could Have you guys separate in two groups, and each of you present your own
What
wine.
is something, a type of wine that is pretentious, but not the fuck you pretentious kind?
Pinot Noir.
I don't know, Chardonnay, whatever sounded great.
Chardonnay whatever doesn't exist. Or I've never
It-
encountered it before.
It does now.
It does not.
Well, clearly you don't drink much boxed wine.
Temerity said it. It is now literally a thing in this world.
Oh my
I made a
God.
note about
Starting
it.
to know whatever.
Yep, nope, I made a note about it.
Chardonnay whatever.
It's a thing now.
It's like one of the items you can buy in Monster Camp like before you start. Shard or whatever.
Whew. Right.
Yup.
Okay. So
Do
are
you
we
want me to,
buying?
like,
Are we
back
buying
to
them
being
something
sick?
classy,
I
or are we
can't.
buying them something? Are we buying them
This
a
isn't
box?
even a shopping episode, which is the funny part. This is just you guys deciding what type of
Which one
wine
to
to
get?
get.
We're standing in
Okay,
the convenience
okay,
store. Like, do we get
okay.
this or do
For
we get
once,
this?
for once, I might have a smart idea.
Oh.
We get
I'm all
both and
for
make
it.
we get both, but we make the judgment once we see them.
Ooh. I like this.
All right.
Working off the seat of our pants, so to speak.
I don't think that's the correct phrasing, but we'll allow it.
Definitely not the correct phrasing, but
Flying?
Not at all.
Is it flying by
flying by the
of our
seat of your
pants?
pants. Yeah.
Working off the seat of your pants. That sounds weird.
You know what? For Temerity, that
That's
sounds
what we
correct.
call it at this chalice.
All right.
That's what we call an easy job.
Working off the seat. Pants. Jeweled chalice quote. Gotcha.
Amazing.
I love the
Well, you
canon
look
lore.
like you've been working off the seat of your pants.
I love the canon lore I'm getting from these conversations, guys. Super appreciate it.
How have I really love that none of my quotes are making it to shirts because I just say stupid shit all the time. None of it's surprising.
No, these aren't going to be shirt quotes. These are going to be factual things you guys will have to run into when you're at a fancy dinner party and someone's just like, I wish I just had a Chardonnay whatever instead. You know, nice and casual.
Yep.
Oh,
Short
God.
or whatever. Right. Okay. So Connie will pay for the nice bottle, and Temerity can buy the box.
I will walk down the aisle, looking very closely until there it is, the Pinot Gorgonio.
I hate you so much.
The
What?
the peanut Gorgano.
The what?
The peanut wine, you know.
Yeah, it's like Pinot Grigio, but Gorgon instead of Grigi.
You're making me want
All right.
wine now.
All right, Temerity, yours
Not oregano.
No. No. Temerity, yours costs 2 silver. Kanitae, yours costs 5 gold. Unless you want to go, like, really fancy.
Gold is fine. I think that's more than enough for like a decent bottle.
Yeah.
What's the shopkeep like?
Did you guys go to Crossbone Convenience or somewhere else?
Yes.
I guess we're going to Crossbone.
Okay, if you guys go to Crossbone Convenience, you're running into the exact same store that Ethel was dealing with earlier.
Not the correct one, because that's way far away. I would assume something like on the way to the gallery. But we should definitely scope out that convenience later.
If you just hit up a gallery, like a random convenience store, just a random, 20-something-year-old who just looks very, very disappointed with life, like you normally find.
Oh.
I just give the kid a gold and walk away, being like, "Yep, I've been there too with shitty jobs."
I love that life.
Just have a gold, walk away.
Flip
You're
over.
working one right now.
Okay, but this shitty job keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
That shitty job is a shitty job.
Anyways, you guys both buy gorgeous, gorgeous containers of liquid of some sort that you will be presenting. Heading over to the Diopbeel Gallery, It is a gorgeous area on the outside. Everything for a place that is mainly steel of this star metal. Buildings that are covered in glass are not like the supreme rarity, but it is rare up on a um floating city to have too much glass. High winds, things like that. Not that you guys ever have dealt with that up here. But with the large windows to the outside of the gallery, you're able to look in before you even get inside, and you can see some of the artwork that is already up. Paintings, etches, some sculptures and structures. It does seem to be currently open, basically just normal, like everyday gallery visitor open, so you're able to walk in without much of an issue. We'll say that you can see off in what probably is the main gallery, the main hall. Does seem to be blocked off as they are, under construction, aka they are getting things ready for their upcoming exhibit.
So is there like someone to greet us at the door or anything like that?
There is. You run into. Sorry, it was a bad time to eat a pretzel, peanut infused pretzel or peanut covered peanut, whatever.
Pretzel with peanut
Same.
on the inside.
That
Something
yeah,
with peanut.
How are they attached?
that's what I'm wondering in the way I'm describing.
The dough. It's baked inside the dough.
Oh yeah.
You run into a fire genasi by the name of Nilani. Nelani. They give you a smile and a wave. Hi, welcome to the Diopbeel Art Gallery. What can I help you with today? Here to look at anything in particular? You're just here for a day pass?
We were actually hoping to talk to Martin and Arlene. Are they around?
I believe we could find Arlene. Martin, I think, is over at the museum today. If you give me a moment, I can. Vinny has hiccups. I'm gonna go. I can go track her down.
Thank you.
You watch her. She takes a few steps, and you watch the bottom part of her shoes light up with small flames, and she like heelys away. With
I was about to say.
I'm obsessed.
With little flames coming out of the back.
I'm fucking obsessed.
And you just hear her just be like, Arlene, Arlene, and she's just going around.
Can I kill my character so I can make a fire genasi? So I can do that?
I mean, you could also just buy the shoes if you want.
Oh, they're shoes! Oh!
Yeah, it's the shoes.
That'd be a hit at the club.
That'd be a dangerous hit at the club. She comes back a few minutes later, and there is a elderly
is also accurate.
My left one for me.
An elderly Asunar, very long hair, kind of the reverse Yasha when it comes to the hairstyle, where it is now pure white up top with grays descending into black at the end. She seems to be walking with a cane, but moving pretty quickly from with a cane. Her outfit is like kind of like if you went to someone who owns a gallery and they just like was wearing like Da Vinci's Starry Night, but as an outfit. Is kind of her aesthetic. She's like wearing paintings.
So she's got like
What?
Did you just say Da Vinci's Starry Night?
You
I'm
did.
glad someone caught that. Thank you.
That was definitely said. I elected to ignore it because I was like, we're just gonna.
I can't ignore
that
when that is both my favorite artist and painting.
Well, it's also the same person with the same first name as me. I just wanted to fuck around, and it worked. We got at least one person riled up, which made me very happy.
Right.
If I weren't so committed to this, I would just log off and walk away.
I appreciate your commitment. Yes. You see that basically her aesthetic is, hi, I went to an art museum and I bought the clothes they sell there that has the art on it.
That had the art printed on it, yeah. That all like the middle age to like late 60s ladies buy, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so she walks up to us, Connie just goes,
If you and Temerity want to both make insight checks, we can
Ooh.
see if one of you can figure out her drinking style before.
I very much like to roll an insight
I
check.
suggested a poll. I spent 500 points on that.
Oh,
you just would what?
I do like that.
Ooh,
Let's
a
do a
poll.
poll.
I'm
Do
fine
a
with a
poll.
poll. I don't know how you do that, but sure.
How?
Also, thank you, ma'am. I love you.
Let's see. Poll.
I don't think I can do that from OBS, which is my main issue.
No, you have to do it from the stream manager on Twitch, and I don't think I have access to it. Doesn't seem so. Oh, wait, there it is. Manage poll. Create a new poll.
We are learning today.
Yeah.
It was just hard to find because like the icons are weird.
Just what are you gonna put? Cheap ass wine or pretty okay wine? Like what is our differential here?
The wrong answer and the right answer.
Oh, right. Also, hi new friend. How are you doing?
Cheese it.
Hmm.
Found the cheese it.
Run away, cheese it.
Yes, Rach, you are serving tonight.
Thank you.
We'll let that sit for 2 minutes. These are fun. Okay. So poll. Boxed wine or bottled wine? Whichever wine has the prettiest label. When does boxed wine ever have a pretty label?
Look, they have to put the money in for something on it. They're definitely not doing it for the container.
Mm-mm.
Wow. All right. I see your alignments.
My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy.
I still want to make the insight check.
Yeah,
I mean, sure.
You
we
guys can both make you can all make insight checks anyways because they would not hurt.
Natural 20.
Hey, that's
Ooh,
luck point.
nice.
I got a 15 plus 4, 19.
I
got an 11.
Vinny voted for the box wine because
We
the
at
idea
least
amuses
got.
me.
Yes. Thank you.
Wait, no, I can vote for both Vander and for records, so I voted twice.
Evil.
Yes. I was like, wait, we got a
Evil.
third. That's fine.
Absolutely evil.
It doesn't matter. Can't win anyways. We're already outvoted.
Don't say that.
But sure, we'll do the insight checks first. So we have a nat 20, which becomes a what for you, Temerity? Curiosity in total.
Oh, for insight? 20.
A solid 20. I got you. And then, Connie, did you have an insight you want to do? Asunar, you can
19.
also roll one as well if you just want to figure this lady out.
Oh, I already said I got an 11.
Ooh, okay. 11, 19, and natural 20. Alright, we are... Wait a little bit longer to just see if that poll changes, which I don't think.
Question.
could
I have
at this
another
point.
question.
What's up?
Which will influence my behavior.
Sure.
Is she wearing open-toed shoes?
What does
No.
that have to do with any of it?
No, she is not.
Looks like the
Wait, is
the
she
winner
wearing
is bottled.
shoes?
She's wearing shoes, yes.
Okay.
She's wearing Crocs. No, no,
It's
she's
like
just
bottle
wearing.
blind one.
She's just wearing normal shoes. Yeah, bottle did win. I don't know.
Bottled is the right choice then. If she had open-toed shoes, I would have insisted on the box one.
She's barefoot.
Barefoot or open-toed, it's boxed wine.
No, barefoot
Well,
is out of
that's
a
the mark
horn.
of eccentricity.
But barefoot means out of like a sheep horn is what you need to give her the. Anyways, for your insight checks, just as she comes around, I'm gonna give it both to basically Kanitae and Temerity. You both get this. Also, Temerity, you get a fate point, which is our new word for luck points.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a fate point.
Um, as she comes walking around, um, she seems immediate readings on her emotions. She seems annoyed to be disturbed, um, whatever she's doing. But she puts on a gracious smile, for the most part, and as far as you can tell, has a very kindly mannerism to her. The fact that she isn't being rude about it with her approach, she seems to be like, yes, yes, Nalani, I'm coming, and comes and sees you guys and says, hi, welcome to my gallery. I don't believe I've met any of you before. We always love getting some new artists in the city. What can I help you with today?
Well, I would assume that I'm not quite the artist you're looking for. I'm more of a musical persuasion, unless you have music in your galleries, live music. But we can talk about that later. Hi, my name is Kanitae. These are a couple of my compatriots, and we're so sorry to bother you. I know you're probably very busy right now prepping for your new opening. And she hands her the bottle of wine, with like an apologetic look on her face. We were just wondering if you had some time to answer a few questions for us about this gallery. You see, we're working with the Heavens View Collective, and given everything that's been going on as of late, we were just hoping to get a little more information on the gallery. Do you have a moment to spare?
Cool. As you say that, I will say again, Temerity, I'll give you, since you got a nat 20, I'll say you're reading this. From the interaction that's just starting, when the bottle of wine comes over, she seems mildly impressed at the gift being given. Not specifically that the wine is good or not, it just seems to be the, hi, we disturbed you, and here is a offering to make up for that. She seemed to appreciate that. Temerity, you're getting a read on this at least. And then also, uh, looked to have a response related to the music thing, but as it quickly got glossed over and continued, just let it slide. But now that she's been offered a gift, you do see her kind of like check a watch for a second, do like a quick mental calculation, but she seems to like give herself a shrug and be like, "Yeah, why not?" She says, "Sure, we could. Everyone could do with a little bit of day drinking, right?" And goes over and um begins leading you through the gallery. You three plus Trine, um, and kind of sits you near where the closed exhibit is for this main exhibit. Just give me a moment, and I'll be right back. Leaves for a moment. Actually, she has Nalani there. Nalani, can you be a dear and grab us six glasses for this bottle? Nalani runs off, goes to get those glasses, and turns to you four and says, I don't know what I can help you with the gallery, short of I guess a few extra details. Did you want to just know the theme of the overall exhibit? Was there a specific piece that you guys had interest in, a specific artist?
Well, actually, yeah, starting with some additional details would be lovely because, we've only seen the flyer advertising the event and it only has so much information. So if you could start with explaining the theme and purpose behind the gallery, that's a great point to start.
All right. Any questions from you, dears? And looks over to Asunar and Temerity real quick.
Temerity just kind of like kicks the box of wine like behind him.
So brought it over to the news section, put it down, and then kicked it away.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Like hit it behind his legs.
Nice. The eyes dart down, dart back up to you, shrug, and just say, the gallery theme suggested
Oh,
was.
sorry. I was going to say something.
Sure.
I'm sorry. It's my comedic physical comedy. Oh, no, I think I'm just as interested in what my friend here has said or has asked about. But if any questions come up, I'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you, dear. The gallery is called Life's Step Forward. It was recommended as we continue striving for the best in Wishfall, up here a little bit above the Earth's grasp, to look down towards the different beauties that have grown and evolved over time on our planet. There is exhibits of some flowers. There are some portraits, wonderful portraits, both of creatures and of humanoids as well. I think there's a couple statues too, statues of a tadpole's lifespan into a frog. There's a bunch of unique little evolutionary growth related projects in
Who suggested the theme, might I ask?
um
Or
I-
who's in charge of that?
it was mentioned a few months ago at one of the meetings of prominences for just we ask the group as a whole when we meet with the coronal council just to see what they think would strike true, as it were, for the general public. And this was one of the themes that was suggested, and then as a whole, many of the prominences agreed with it.
So was the theme suggested by a council member or one of your staff or one of your partners? I'm assuming you network
head
with a
prominence?
variety of artists.
Does Temerity just say that super quickly?
Yeah. Excuse me.
I love
Sorry,
the
I can't help myself.
I believe it was one of the Devati prominences of sales that actually recommended it. But I can't remember exactly. The head prominence was indeed one of the ones who agreed to it, and he got a portrait painting up on the wall, so worked out well for him.
Yeah, we saw it. It's lovely. I can't wait to see it in person. Um, I was gonna ask, we don't know off the top of our head who the prominence of sales would be, right?
None of you would know. It's
Okay.
information in the gazetteer, but like
Ethel would probably know, but Ethel's not
Ethel
present.
maybe. Yeah, none of you guys would have a reason.
Can I summon Nyx real quick?
Sure.
Hey, could you just do me a favor and find out who the prominences of sales are? It should be in the gazetteer.
Rolls eyes, pops away.
Love you. Bye.
Basically goes to the Heaven's View Collective and be like, all right, let's find the gazetteer. just go looking through it for basic info about the city.
I'd like to imagine that he usually is just like his normal like imp self, but then when he pops up in the collective, he's got this like little clerk outfit on.
I hate it.
Out of the
Love
way,
it.
Temerity needs something. I need to come in here. I'm on duty. No. Yeah.
He's like, someone's like, excuse me, sir, don't bother me. I'm busy.
All right, sir. We're gonna have to shoot you. Goodbye. No.
Who are some of the other contributors to the gallery this week, aside from head prominence, Azaran? Are there any other unique pieces that you're looking forward to showcasing?
A couple of the ones I've already mentioned, but the few of them are ones that we keep either over at the museum, that we keep vaulted up, and every once in a while it's a good refresh to take them out, like the statues. We've had the statues for a very some of the there's a hologram one that Lonnie, one of our newscasters in the area, made up. Aster actually has a piece of art here as well. You see her wince when she says that. And otherwise that we have a few other contributors. One is Naheem, made and brings you over to a lot of charcoal sketches of just like creatures or people. They're close-ups of like hands and limbs for the most part. So like someone doing like someone sawing, you're just getting the close-up of the hands at work, or like dog digging, you're just getting close-up of the paws. Someone who just apparently likes hands.
Oh, so I love the the
Here we go.
focus on such a difficult area to capture.
Right. This one person just has a unique talent for drawing hands where every other artist in the world spites it.
Yeah. But for damn sure he can't do the other eye.
So Connie kind of raises an eyebrow at the mention of Aster and just goes, I was not aware that Aster Montego had any sort of artistic talent outside of music.
Yes.
Can I roll an insight check on
That's
her?
all she says. Yeah, go ahead, roll an insight check. Any of you can roll an insight check if you want to read.
17 plus 4, 21.
Okay. Any other insight checks?
Hold on. My character sheet is loading. Again.
I believe in you.
That's a 16.
16. I will say, Asunar, you can tell that just the conversation related to this piece of art is uncomfortable. Kanitae, you can tell she's just not happy. She does not want it on display. she is not looking forward to this piece being shown.
What is it again? I'm sorry.
It is a piece of art made by Aster. That is going to be in part of the Life Step Forward exhibition.
Well, yeah, but like, what is the piece?
She hasn't said. She she's doesn't want to
Can
talk
I
about
ask?
it. Sure.
Could I? I'm not a big, super duper fan of this individual. But I'm very intrigued of what kind of art he would make.
There's a look on Connie's face, like something that's just like absolute trash. That's what it would be.
Well, what is it? It's like
roll me your persuasion check, Temerity, and I'll let you roll with advantage for this one. Basically, this is going to be whether or not she lets you guys peek into the gallery.
Well, I already talked shit, so she's gotta like that.
Yeah, well, you guys also brought wine. Like, you guys, like,
we brought wine.
There were
We've
negatives.
Been very polite.
Yeah, there were negatives, and you guys turned them into positives. So
16.
16. Yeah. She says, I'm going to show you the good ones right afterwards because I can't have you.
Oh, don't worry. We will not judge you.
You need a chaser after this strong drink of art.
Perhaps we save you a glass of wine in this bottle instead of splitting it evenly amongst all of us. Or I'll give you my glass.
As that happens, Nalani appears with the glasses, and Arlene hands over the bottle and says, "Would you, dear? I'm gonna just give them a quick peek." She twirls the cane in her hand with surprising dexterity, lifts up one of the tarps that's blocking the entrance, and just like lets you guys pass underneath to go in.
I'm just gonna follow her because I am trying very hard to hide my Cheshire Cat grin, catching the vibe that she does not like what he produced, and I'm like, great, somebody else in this town thinks he's shit. Wonderful. Just trying to contain that excitement as best as I can.
I'll also fall in line towards the back, probably with Asunar, and just sort of elbow her and be like, I bet it's like a bust of his head.
Which one?
What?
I'm sorry.
What were you going to say, Asunar?
Terrible human being.
There's only room for one person to make innuendos in this stream.
Listen, I only do so about once a month, okay? So I gotta get it.
Hey, I was about to say I would relinquish it to you.
Asunar, were you going to say something as you guys were walking in?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I kind of want to destroy it.
I don't
By
think she would
accident.
appreciate that. I mean, ooh, if you spill some wine on it, I don't think she'd be mad, but then she'd have to clean it up, so...
Well, let's find out what it is first.
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys walk into the area, and for those of you who have ever been to art galleries, most of the walls and the the main look is pure white walls, usually like pure marble, mainly black, with little bits of white marble flooring. When you walk in, you do see a lot of wonderful sculptures and setups, a lot of artwork on the walls. You're able to see basically the entire exhibit in this one room very quickly, with maybe a couple small churns here and there. First, you see on one of the walls these charcoal drawings of these close-ups of hands and like from any type of animal, just like showing like working hands, like doing things, creating. You are able to see what seems to be a just a setup of a water drop that is currently just going off of like almost like a waterfall type area that is slowly putting a dent into a stone, and then dripping down and then going up again and going back and just continuously dripping and making this small dent in the stone over time. You do see these the egg, tadpole, and frog of these like onyx colored statues that are like, I don't know, a foot, 2 foot each. A foot, 2 feet seems like a lot for a statue.
Feet is like a lot.
Yeah, a foot each. You see a painting of like a dark black / brown background that just has a crescent moon on it. Some of you, I'm gonna say just because Asunar doesn't like Lonnie, I'm gonna say Asunar, you walk through an area that's like kind of empty, but you watch as like a hologram of yourself appears in front of you, and see that this is Lonnie's like projected image artwork, which is just like the reflection of self through life and stuff like that. It's very much just like, here, look at yourself and and that's it. That's the whole thing. It could have been done with a mirror, but he chose to make a hologram because they're extra.
Yeah. And if you want to buy it, it's like 2 billion gold.
And then eventually you do get to the corner that does have like a very well framed artwork, which is done by Aster Montego. It is like a dark charcoal border within a white frame, and then about like maybe a foot long, you just see a pretty okay caricature self-portrait of Aster Montego. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I fucking
It shouldn't
knew
be
it.
in the gallery, but it's not bad.
Kind of covers their mouth for a little bit and then just
Oh.
shakes her head and goes, "What a self-absorbed prick."
I think I know how to make it better.
Don't you dare.
Just like you just like the
I know, it was
There's
just
no one else
it was
here.
so well timed too. It was just the way you were like, I think I can make it better. Arlene does stare at it in disappointment and say, unfortunately, he is all the rage right now, so having his work does mean there's a chance of getting some of the younger folk who may not be so interested in artwork in here, and that's really the goal, is just to get a younger generation more interested in art. So we're gonna keep it. And she just sounds so pained when she says it.
Okay.
Where exactly is this piece
After-
positioned, though?
After the grand opening, can I please fuck with it? I hate this guy so much.
You would have to purchase it from him. But I mean, if you want to spend, she reads the tag, 6,000 gold, you are welcome to do what you want with it afterwards.
Not worth it, Asunar. It's not worth it.
What's everybody's passive perception, though? Out of curiosity.
Ooh. Passive
20?
perception?
Oh, I forgot.
17.
17.
Not even worth asking me.
Yours is like literally 10, right?
Like 10.
I talk good. I know
you
look
talk,
good.
You talk real good.
Well, I look great.
I don't
but
talk-
like I don't see good.
You don't see good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, SNR,
I don't know shit, I don't get stuff, and I don't understand things.
SNR, we'll say you see this with your 20 just as you're staring at it and hate. You'll see that underneath where it does say, where it does have the price tag, you do see it says all donations given to those who were affected by the recent tragic events.
Oh.
But you know
Wait, I
what?
thought you said that she would have to buy it from him.
Yeah, it's his artwork. You got to purchase it from him.
But then the money goes to the relief?
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works.
So
So
he gets like a portion to cover like the expense of supplies and time, but all other money that comes from that, hence the high price tag, goes to charity, essentially.
Far
It
as
says
we
all
know.
proceeds. Yeah. As far as we
Oh,
know.
one of my siblings is named Charity. That bastard always made way more money than me. Fuck, that's why.
That's an interesting name.
Okay, but like, are we really gonna believe someone as self-absorbed as him is actually gonna give the money to charity and not pocket it?
Well, I
Because
believe we could ask.
I firmly believe that, yeah, sure, he may give a little bit, but all proceeds? No. That guy's a dick.
Is this an in-character conversation?
At
Yes.
this point, it seems like it. Connie kind of puts a finger up and just goes, Arlene, dear,
Arlene's
how
just sipping her wine. Just
how exactly is this managed and ensured that proceeds go to the proper place and don't get pocketed?
Well, technically it's purchased through us, and it's to him, but through us. So, I mean, he would probably collect it if he was here during purchase. But as long as we hang it and keep it up, if it's purchased while he is not around, it would just go through us, and we would do the transaction ourselves.
Asunar, why are you talking like you have 6,000 gold?
Oh, you don't know what kind of money she made back in the day, dear.
You don't know the kind of money I
Thought we weren't
still
on
have.
nickname basis, Kanitae.
Milani just shuffles her feet for a moment, sips her own wine, and then walks out.
It's nothing like that. I was paid to kick people's asses for sport, and a crowd enjoyed that.
Una was a fantastic sportswoman. She was great at her job, and she pretty much always won. Can confirm, I saw it with my own eyes.
Fighting without severely incapacitating the other person. Yeah, sure, I knocked sometimes, but it was no life-threatening injuries, just a minor concussion here or there.
Couple
Maybe
hospitalizations.
couple broken bones. Accident. Yeah.
And she was great at her job and she earned good money from it. So, Una, if you want to buy it now ahead of time, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But it seems that Arlene here could handle the transaction on your behalf to make sure that the funds go to the appropriate place.
I would love that.
I don't remember how much gold you guys individually have.
I don't know, but like, thank you, Connie, for reminding me of my background, because I should definitely have way more money than I actually put down.
Should you? Because how much did you guys start?
Vinny gave us like 2,000 starting gold.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, 2,000 starting gold, but like, I definitely have way more than that from my like. Wait, how old am I? How old am I?
I don't know when your birthday is, don't ask me.
So, since you're half drow and they live very long, and you're half orc and they don't live long at all, do you live like a human lifespan?
Yeah.
It just, you know,
I think I'm
comes
in
out
my
in the
40s.
wash.
I don't know.
You're in your 40s?
Yeah, I'm 42.
Over the hill!
And I started as a teenager in my fighting things, so yeah, I definitely did over 20 years.
Amazing.
Probably 25.
At some point, if we want to work out the math of how much money you make, we can.
Yeah, sorry, now is not the time. I am so sorry.
I'm also like, I feel like 2,000 is still pretty like starting gold means this is the gold you guys have earned throughout your lifetime. 2,000 feels pretty solid for a level 6. Like, either way, doesn't matter. We will figure it out at a different point, and you can purchase it if you have the money for it, or if you guys pool funds or whatever. That being said, you guys all noticed that Trine is currently not with you guys.
Where the fuck did she go? All right. Make some mental note of that. Quick question though. Where exactly is this piece of artwork positioned in the gallery? Is it in like the furthest corner, like from the entrance, so that
Nope.
everybody else goes to appreciate the other art, or
No,
no?
it's like in one. It's like in the main exhibit hall with. There's like two slight offshoots, but it's in like one of the main exhibit hall areas.
Mm,
So unfortunate.
very unfortunate. Is that like part? She kind of just turns to Arlene. Is that kind of part of the deal? You have to host it. You have to put it in a prominent place. Ah, I'm so sorry, Arlene.
Just a slow nod.
Mm, right, because if I was in your position, I would have put it in like the furthest corner so people would have had to fight their way through to go see it, and hopefully they'd see something better along the way. But
Well, that's the
um,
purpose though, isn't it? The
Like,
anybody that comes
what
in
if
is
you?
already paying, so hopefully they'll stick around
mm,
after seeing this
Yeah,
piece of shit.
but strategically, since he has a lot of young fans, if we put it in a private room in the back, they'd have to fight tooth and nail to get back there, and they see everything else on the way. It's a win-win.
well, at this point, we shouldn't try to tell Arlene how to run her gallery, but you have my sympathies.
Oh, I am sorry if I stepped on your toes. I am so sorry.
Is that Asunar or Nova?
Asunar.
Okay. She says it's all right, dear. There's definitely different ways we'd prefer to do it, but this is only going to be up for a short while. I'm not truly concerned. This isn't going to affect the overall image. I'm hoping it will just inspire some young ones. That's all its purpose is. Was this the one that you wanted to come see, by the way? Was this like your main?
No, no.
Sure, because
Absolutely not.
you happened to mention Aster, and I find it hysterical that he thinks he can draw.
You
He
should
Let
see
alone
hates
Kanitae's
spin.
him.
impression of him. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
we'll save that for another day. That
Maybe
was
a few more glasses of wine before
yeah,
something
I'm
like
gonna need a
that.
couple more glasses of wine if I was gonna do that again.
Since
But
since you taught
actually,
me that trick, we can make two of him.
oh, Una, don't tempt me. Um, but no, actually, the one we were more interested in seeing is what you put on the flyer by Prominence Azaran.
Oh yes. That's. She points to go around a corner, brings you around, and as you guys go around to look at that, you see Trine is already there, kind of just sketching it in her book.
And Connie just has like the mental like blip of like, ah, that's where she fucking went off to. Okay, great.
She looks back as you guys come and just like raises an eyebrow, but like you were all very distracted, and just continues drawing.
Humor is the best medicine, China. There's some trying times happening right now.
Um,
You could say we're trying to lighten the mood.
Just
Trying.
Ow.
elbows, fucking elbows, fucking Temerity. And has the thought of the audacity of this bitch.
So bad. So bad.
Listen, it's the first time I've actually used that phrase in character, so.
Wait, do we have our glasses of wine in the gallery with us right now?
Yes.
All right, I just take Temerity as just being like, enough of that for you. You're talking stupid.
Cut
already.
off.
Luckily, I have a
Talking
box of
I was
wine.
about to say she has. I mean, he has a whole.
I just turn around, take the box, and just glug it.
Nice. Give it a quick chug. Yeah. You guys see Trine looking at it, and like, this thing is huge and detailed. It is 4 feet by 4 feet. Like, this was a very large painting. Not as big as some, but it's fairly sizable, and it really is literally just the. I'll have all of you roll me insight or perception checks.
Perception or insight? Ooh, my perception
Or, you
is
know what?
10.
Investigation. I'll allow any of those three.
Investigation.
Thank you.
Ooh,
12.
15.
And plus 17.
17. You're able to notice that is literally, but simple thing you guys all notice, stuff in the flower. The background seems to be, instead of just like a pure black or pure white behind it, there seems to be just like a light, like navy blue, almost, words, just like a very lightly painted on navy blue that seemed to be like put down first and then white was put down. The individual black drops that are on each petal, looking at it closer, you can see are of like a rusty red here, where you guys know from the flower itself it is normally black. 17 size. That is really all you notice. It is a very large version of the flower. Seems to be trying to cast some magical detections to see if she can figure out any more about it. To see if there's something more relative. But at the moment, it just seems like a very big painting. You see, the underneath it says, "Dedicated to his final days." Azaran. Also seems to be selling for 5,000. Also donations and all proceeds go towards. It seems at least a few of the artists here are sending proceeds towards people who have been dealing with difficulties during this time.
My heart hurts so much.
In
Yay.
the arms of the angel.
Yeah, that song just plays
Please
continuously
stop. Absolutely
throughout the
not.
entire gallery.
I feel in fact start crying.
Where's the abused animals? Sorry, that went too far.
Oh.
You can't talk about that song and not just be like,
With
where's
your
the sad dog on
generous
TV?
weekly donation of $99.99, you too can help a homeless animal or high prominence in need.
I was like, where is this going? And then high prominence got dropped.
Being hated here.
Welcome back, Rachel. Missed you.
Always, always.
Arlene
Is
just...
Arlene watching us looking at the painting?
No, she seems to also be looking at it.
I want to look at her and see what her expression is regarding this.
Sure. I'll give it to you just because it's a pretty easy read with her right now. She just seems sad. It seems like she probably knew Azaran and like is sad for the obvious reasons.
For her friend, yeah.
Just shame.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah. What? Why should I not say that someone dying is sad?
No, I was just wondering.
So
I wasn't sure if you were commentating or if you were saying it
awesome.
in character. That's all I was confused about.
Yes.
You hear a few moments later the zip of the Heelys that Nalani is wearing as they come around. Say, Arlene, sorry, there's someone else here to see you.
Wait, so time out. So you mean when she rolls around in the Heelys that it makes a zip sound instead of like a wacky guitar riff?
Sure, it could be a wacky guitar riff. It's fine.
Meow!
No, yeah.
Very well timed.
Yeah, no,
sad, melancholic moment.
She comes by. She comes by, and Arlene gives a sigh and says, all right, I think I need to escort the rest of you out of here then, because can't have," and just waves the cane at you, "can't have snoopers over in the gallery without some watchful eyes," and just like points you out of the exhibit.
It's fair.
I
really
will.
identify on the painting.
I really want to try kissing. Wait, what?
I want to try casting identify on the painting.
How long does it take you to cast it?
Takes a minute.
Oh. Arlene.
Oh.
So I just before you go, one quick moment. I swear it won't take longer than 60 seconds. I just wanted to pitch. Are you interested in any sort of like performative arts? Like I've been to
Subtly casting identify.
I've been to certain galleries where they have like these live art exhibits where it's like you have one individual who's either performing something or making a statement just by their existence of being there, or it's interactive in some way, and it's a person. And I'm not sure if you know me. I am rather new in town, but my name is Temerity Serechor, and I work at the one of the establishments in town, and I consider myself somewhat of an artist. Um, I do, as you may notice, take a lot of care in my appearance, and have always sort of thought that it would be interesting to dabble in something as prestigious as the classic art and art community. So have you heard anything about these sorts of exhibits? I'm sorry to take more of your time, but that's truly all that I'll will bother you with. That's my last question for the day.
You went just over 60 seconds. I was watching a clock the entire time. Nice.
I can talk.
It's nice. Kanitae, roll me a sleight of hand check with advantage. As you're trying to subtly cast this, as Temerity is just talking up a storm. Nalani like steps away, seeing that this conversation is continue on, and wheelies away for a few moments.
You said sleight of hand, right?
Yep.
Okay, 19 plus 6. That's a 25.
Asunar, what are you doing during this time?
I'm just standing back, just being like, there's so many ways this could go wrong, but I'm just gonna see what happens.
Alright. Connie, as you are casting Identify, the overall image itself does not seem to be magical. What I will say you get with Identify is there does seem to be a language hidden on the petals themselves that is invisible to your eyes.
What? Okay. How much time did how much time over did Temerity go? And assuming
He
that
hasn't
Arlene is asking
answered
his
my question either.
Arlene has not answered his question.
Yeah, no, we'll say Arlene's like, well, and like actually like gestures towards Kanitae for a moment. Just says, I was, when hearing about the music recommendation, we do performances as well. We do accept all types of art. The gallery, our museum, we continuously collect and house everything we can find of different scientific or artistic pursuits. Arcane as well. So we don't mind. I mean, if even performance art, if that is something that you have, or musical art, we would accept those. Whether or not they'd be in this gallery would depend on if we actually arrange a specific exhibit around it, which, if you have an idea, recommend it to me and I will throw it towards the provinces next time we have a coronal council meeting.
While she's doing that explanation, I cast the invisibility on myself and look at the painting to see if I can see the invisible language.
You can't.
Damn it!
Oh, bitch.
I'm gonna double check it. I'll see if Trine has a spell that can help you. But
like, the only other thing I have is comprehend languages, but like, how am I supposed to comprehend something if I can't see it?
I just go trying to find this character.
Wait, hold on. Let me check to see what Nyx can do.
Also, Asunar, well, Nyx is currently looking up gazetteer information.
Yeah, Nyx is currently doing something else for you.
Yeah, but if I snap my fingers, that bitch is with me.
He comes back over with like 2 pieces of paper, being like, "Fuck."
Fuck. He's like in the middle. His glasses are like.
Um, yeah, Asunar and Kanitae, as Temerity is keeping Arlene busy, what are you guys doing?
Tried see invisibility, it doesn't work. Fuck it. We're gonna try comprehend languages and see if that cooperates.
Cool. Double check comprehend languages. I'm pretty sure this works, but
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written, and it takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
Cool.
So she probably already still was like subtly touching the painting, like probably along like the frame or like the side.
Cool. Roll me a history check.
Ooh, history check. History check. Siri, I don't need you to do a history check. No, thank you. Please go away.
Siri doing a history check.
So like apparently Siri was like, all right, let's go.
Oh.
Fuck.
A 1.
It's a nat one.
Nice. Luck point or fate point. You
Only positive out of this.
you aren't sure what the language is when it pops up, but you are able to read it. And in this secret language that you could not understand before, you see the words "beginning of all."
Okay.
Is that like the beginning of a sentence? Like where are we capitalizing here? The B, the B
The
and
B.
the A? Just the B? Okay. And then is it like continuing on to something else?
You can say you could capitalize the A too if you want.
Arete.
Mm.
It's talking about the Immaculate Conception, the beginning of all.
As I do so often.
Can you tell me
in my speeches.
what streech with what streech means?
Reach.
Yeah, it's prompted me to spend my points for
Oh,
streech.
Stretch.
Oh, stretch.
Streech.
Got you.
I do kind of wish there was just a thing called Streech now. Everyone, just take a moment and Streech. I don't know
Okay,
what
I'm
Streech
sorry.
is.
I had to
It's
write
like
a
Press
note.
scream. Ah.
I had to write a note. What was the phrase that she can see?
You can read the whole thing, but all it says is "beginning of all."
Like there's a sentence that says beginning of all, or is that just all it says over and over and over again?
Each petal says "beginning of all."
But then is there more that I can't read?
No.
I'm confused.
The history check was to see if you would know what language this was.
Oh.
Neato.
Trine just gives you a look, seeing you touching the painting and then mumbling some words, wondering what you're doing. SNR, what are you up to? Are you still just watching all the bad ideas happening at once?
Yep. Asunar is deciding to not contribute to these bad ideas anymore because we are like that much from probably getting kicked out if any of this goes wrong. She may be a barbarian, but she's not stupid. Debatable.
Can I?
As you're formulating an idea, Temerity, do you have a response to what Arlene has said to you?
Yes, of course. I always have something to say. What do you mean?
A retort? Do you have a retort?
Well, I certainly agree that it is very important in the artistic industry to maintain an open mind. Especially in an industry such as mine, I think that it's very imperative to keep your eyes and ears unclogged for any sort of new ideas that also of course just for your own hygiene, don't put a Q-tip in there, but clean your ears. And I can't say that I have an exact suggestion as of right now, but I wanted to see if the door was open. And it is nice to know that you are an individual willing to listen and hear other perspectives. So it's been lovely meeting you. Really, thank you so much. And he'll like put his hand out for like a handshake, but like.
We know. Don't even. You
Yeah.
didn't even need to tell me. We know what kind of handshake.
Yeah.
Cool. As this conversation is going on, you hear footsteps coming. Kanitae, what are you doing?
Hand off the painting. She was gonna try to like use a writing utensil of some kind, or like some like maybe like you know what? We'll say she uses like some charcoal powder in a pouch, because I think bards also can use components. Um, they typically use their arcane focus, which is like their instrument, but I would assume they would also have components in the rare chance that they don't have their arcane
Just
focus.
whip out a ukulele.
Absolutely not. So I'm gonna say she like has a pouch of charcoal, dips her finger into the charcoal, and like like index finger still on the painting, tries to quickly like write the language on her forearm with like her pinky, like because I don't know, she probably maybe she has makeup, I don't know. But like try to write the text as is, and then just try to remember what the phrase actually translates to. Does
Okay,
that make sense?
sure.
Because she wants to know what the language is that she can't recognize, but now that she knows what it means.
Yeah, I'm not sure you get the. Or I don't think you get the OG text.
There's nothing that, well, like, so my question is, you had me roll a history check and then said I couldn't recognize the language.
Yeah.
So that's what led me to believe that I could see the original text and that my brain just translated it to.
It's because it was basically there's not a good way to explain this without telling you the answer, so I'm not going to. Let me just put it that way. There's just not a good way to explain it that doesn't give you the answer. But it was you trying to know the history of a language, basically. Not specifically you like seeing the text. If you got, sorry, I was rereading what comprehend languages does.
For duration, you understand literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You understand any written
And
language you see, but
it,
have to be touching the surface.
and see.
So, like, I could understand Korean, but that doesn't mean that Korean suddenly turns into English. It's that my brain makes a connection between the two. That's my argument for it.
What? I'm gonna double check what it is one more time, because depending on the type of school of magic, I might be willing to agree.
It is
Divination. So it
Yeah.
is, you are divining what these words mean. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. I'll allow it. I'll say you have it written. I'm gonna say, and we'll come to that bridge when we cross it. Never mind. As that happens, the coming around the corner, a multitude of footprints. You hear footsteps. You hear the laugh of like a small child. And you see rounding the corner, you see Azaran with his kid on top of the small dragon wyrmling say, "I hope you're taking good care of the work, Arlene." Oh, I didn't know you were with people. Hello?
Lay blush.
How successful am I?
Awkward.
How successful am I at writing down what I saw?
Pretty darn.
Okay, cool. So Connie just kind of like steps away from the painting. Try like still has. I'm assuming her back is to Azaran. Like I'm not quite sure where everybody is like in the room.
So, this way I can describe it. The painting is here on this
Mhm.
on this corner. They
Mhm.
just came around this corner.
Okay. So maybe they didn't see her touching it because there's a collective of people. But
Roll a sleight of hand
oh
with
shit.
advantage.
Hey.
You got
The
10 people in
advantage
the
is
way.
me standing in front of her.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Sleight of hand. I'm gonna. You know what? We're gonna add a luck point on that, or a fate point on that to make it a 20. Because it is a 19, but just in case, I want to make it a 20.
Sure. Have him roll. Let's use the dice you gave me. They've been doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, those dice.
Nice dice.
Okay. Does not see you touching the painting with your charcoal covered hand.
Yeah.
Which is the most concerning thing.
The hand that's writing has charcoal. Her clean hand is touching the painting.
But you now have
she's got charcoal
on your arm.
Charcoal involved, yeah. She's gonna quickly, like, as gracefully as she can, like, turn around, clasp her hands behind her back, like, look very presenterly, and just go, this is your painting?
Probably not for much longer, but yes.
It's very lovely.
The eyes do sit on Temerity a little bit before just going through and just like seeing everybody else's face. You do see the little kid sitting on top of the dragon, just kind of like little dragonborn, sapphire dragonborn on top of a miniature sapphire dragon wyrmling, just like smiling and looking between you guys.
Kind of smiles at him and just like makes like a silly little face. Do you know how you do when you see like a small child? You just can't help but make like a goofy face at them.
Mommy, Daddy's friend give me candy, and she stays over sometimes.
God damn. That's the worst. Trying to find names. Looks between
the
you.
kid's name?
Yeah, I was trying to find the kid's name, so if it comes up, I don't think it ever did.
I don't think it did either. I didn't ask. I don't ask about that shit.
Yeah, no. Arlene says, yes, we had some contributors who wanted to get a quick peek at the best work we had in show, points over to the blossom, and then like just raises a finger towards where Aster's is and says, and some of the more intriguing sets. And you watch Azran just kind of give a nod.
She's trying to like clean off the finger that had the charcoal on her hand. She tries to like very subtly like wipe it off on like her opposite palm. She's got her hands behind her back like this, just smiling. Tries to wipe it off, and then she steps forward.
I'm wearing all black. Wipe it on me.
Oh, that's fair, but I'm standing behind
I'm
you. It'd be
standing
weird.
in front of you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm standing behind you.
I have an itchy back.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, so Kanitae just kind of like walks up to Asunar, kind of puts like a hand on her back, and just starts like very casually trying to trying to wipe off the excess charcoal. Kind of looks like she's like rubbing her friend's back. And she goes, yeah, we work with the why am I
trying
we
to
work with the
Heavens
Collective. We work with the Heavens View Collective, and sorry, my brain just we work with the Heavens View Collective, and you know, it caught our eye and we just had to see it in person.
Right. Hope you enjoyed it. Vista, take him out around, and you watch the little wyrmling just like nod ahead and begin walking away with the child, and the child's like, "Aw, bye,
Bye. Good to see you. Come see me again."
Again?
Connie starts like kind of like looking between. Connie starts kind of like
hi. I don't know. Just because I'm a sex worker doesn't mean that I can't be good with kids.
It was just funny.
Connie kind of like gives a glance between Temerity and then Azaran, and then Temerity and Azaran again, and then just like slowly, like for those who know, you can kind of see the gears like turning and clicking into place as she realizes like, oh, this is that Dragonborn.
I am Azaran, Head Prominence. Nice to meet other civilians of the citizens of Wishfall. I hope the last few days have been well for all of you. Offers a hand for a handshake around.
I believe we're acquainted.
Gives a nod. Does
The
give you
tension's on Temerity. Connie checks her finger really quick to make sure it's clean and then goes to shake his hand.
does the handshake, but does like the not the actual kiss, but like the to the forehead, and then continues around for handshakes.
And she just goes, Kanitae, nice to meet you.
Roll one more perception check while he's shaking your hand.
Shit.
Your arm's covered in charcoal. I don't know what you want me to do. Ooh.
Well, she's got that arm kind of like behind her back.
Okay. Cool. Shakes your hand, offers a handshake to Asunar and Trine as well. Nice to meet you. I do know Temerity. Trine, I believe. I've seen you in the council chambers. And Trine's like, yep, on occasion where I am writing down the meetings. Don't believe I met you, either of you. Kanitae, you just introduced yourself, right?
Yes.
Turns to Asunar.
Hi, I'm Asunar. Both of us are fairly new here. Just came here around 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Fairly new to the city.
Any particular part of it meeting your fancy so far?
Oh, the Starlight Inn is absolutely fantastic. That's where we've been staying,
Yeah, certainly a
spending
big
most
fan
of
of.
our nights.
Yeah, big fan of Celeste. She works so hard.
She's
Yeah,
wonderful.
he's due so soon.
Mm.
He seems to be handling it a lot better than Malachi.
Yes, different worries for fathers and mothers sometimes. You watch them just kind of start staring off a bit. But it is nice to have you here. I'm glad you are enjoying Celeste's wonderful hospitality. She does know how to run a ship well. Is there anything, any specific questions you had related to the painting? Looks to Arlene to see if this is okay, and Arlene like gives a nod, being like, "Yeah, it's yours. Go ahead, do what you want."
I have to
I have
backtrack
found
through
the
my
perfect
notes.
gift for this moment,
Nice.
and I'm putting it in the notes.
Love that.
I have to backtrack
Can't
really
wait to
quick
check.
because so he previously mentioned his husband's death and that he died in the same manner as the Diwali,
Ah, thanks,
right?
Vinny.
I saw you lean in, and I was like, "Oh, we need to fix that."
Shut up.
Yep. Yeah.
When he did that, I'm trying to remember if the specifics of the flower were mentioned or just the holes.
I don't believe they were. I believe it was just that there were holes. I'm
Okay.
not sure. This would be a thing for us to double check.
Yeah.
But
She just kind of turns and notes like the rusty red color of the drops. Oh no, that would give a lot away. Well, I'm debating a thing. I'm heavily debating a thing.
okay.
'Cause I'm not sure if that's gonna put me up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, or if it's going to open the door to more information.
Make it a poll.
Yeah.
That's a thought. Let's see.
Also, ask it out loud.
Well, so my thought is to ask him why he chose the color that he did for the dots when they're black. Like, was that just an artistic choice, or was it that he got a much closer, more detailed look um, than he remembered? Um,
How about this actually?
actually,
We
well,
haven't taken a break yet. Why don't we take a quick break so people can you can think of that, and also
yeah,
everyone can either get water, use the restroom, do whatever they want real quick. Sound good?
no, that's a good point. Yeah, this might be a good moment.
We're gonna take a quick 5, guys. We'll be right back.
3,
We
2,
are
1,
back!
yes.
Be there. I know somehow I'm gonna get there.
And that's where we
Be so
cut off.
wonderful.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. We all
Shout
took
out
a
to
break.
Connie for singing louder than me.
We popped back, grabbed some food, grabbed some drink, and good to continue on. We're in that moment where, Kanitae, you were going to ask a question. Are you still gonna pull the chat, or are we all set with that?
No, I'm gonna just ask the question. I figured out how I want to ask it.
Proud of you.
So he asks if we have any questions about the painting. Connie just kind of looks back at it and then looks to him and goes, "Well, actually, so we have a sketch of one of these flowers in our notes at the collective, and our notes say that the dots are black. Can you explain your reasoning for giving them a red tinge?"
Your artistic interpretation.
Well, I was just wondering if it was artistic interpretation or if you just got a better look than some of our collective members did.
Have there been other people also?
Announcement oh. Well, he didn't say specifically. Oh, okay, wait. Sorry. So I'm misremembering things. I thought that he specifically was like, "Hey, this person died in the same way as other people," but I realized it was you narrating, explaining that his husband died in that manner, and we recognize that pattern.
Yeah, he did not say like people have been dying
Just
in
like,
this fashion.
yeah.
It was more just like,
Right.
This is how my loved one died. Other
Right.
people seem to have been like he knows about a beheading the day before.
Right.
Like he's just like there's killings going on. This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
But
She goes, "We know of a set of Devati, unfortunately, that were killed in a similar manner."
there's a look of sadness at that, at like hearing that, and just like a nod. It says that that is the blood of my husband.
The actual pigment?
Just gives a quiet nod.
That's dark.
That's really fucking dark.
My heart. So
Connie
I guess
just has like a blip of a thought in the back of her brain, like that's definitely not legal, but just chooses to suppress that.
No. But going back to earlier in the session, I guess the statement of blood painting actually was accurate.
See, it was just a spoiler all along.
Foreshadowing. I like it. Ooh, what is that? It's art. I like it. Picasso.
So,
Hate you all. Okay, continue.
Connie just kind of like looks back to the painting, takes a beat to like suppress like the shock and horror on her face that probably Asunar can see, and turns back around, cleaned face, and just goes, "That is a very bold choice to make. And you're okay with selling it."
Don't think, short of someone with necromancy purposes, anyone is going to be doing much with it. It was a piece of art, tragic moments. I added a little extra symbolism to the tragedy. If it sells, it might help some other people dealing with their tragedies. Money, unfortunately, doesn't help much. What?
I said, "It's very admirable."
I just heard.
Hope.
It just went.
All I heard was bro.
Yeah, it just went.
That's so weird. And she just goes, "I hope whoever buys it treats it with respect."
He nods. Out of curiosity, what are the three people's reactions after hearing that? Like, what are you doing? What's your
What?
I'm just in stunned silence, just... What the fuck?
Trine personally seems unfazed by it.
And I'm just sort of like, you know, Temerity's face is going through like the expressions of just thinking on like the merits of this, and just be like, I don't know, I've worked with some edgy folks in my life. Okay.
How about Kanitae?
She already had like a flash of horror over her face, like when she turned to look back at the painting and she turned back around and, you know, kept her cool. But she's probably gonna freak out later because what the fuck, man? That's fucking metal. Like
He says, if this alleviates anything, I also made the paint for the blue out of one of my own scales. I'm very good with the mortar and pestle.
I see. So it's a bit of like
I really don't know that...
it's a little bit like a bond for all eternity. Like marriage.
Something like. What were you going to say, Nova? I'm pretty sure that's a Nova slip, not an Asunar.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not bad. I'm curious.
I'm not sure how much I can mention on stream of experiences in art school.
It's fun. Oh, so it's fantasy world. So the
wild
accuracy
things
of
our
it.
kids come up with.
Oh no, it just involves freshman year how we had to have a rewrite to the rules at school about not using your bodily fluid in your art after someone made a piss painting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I keep just all of this blood and now own scales. I'm just like,
Look,
there
he's
needs to be
dragging
a
In the
it.
law.
yellow.
There's no yellow. There's white, but there's no real white. Never mind. We're not going to talk about that.
No, absolutely not.
We're gonna.
I've been making innuendos all night, but this is where I draw the line.
We're good. But yeah.
Don't go to art school, kids. Just never go.
So you guys take a moment.
2 former art kids here.
Appreciate that. Excuse you.
3.
Just don't.
3.
Excuse
We've got at least one in the chat too.
Just don't. You can learn that shit online with many tutorials. Just don't.
Ah, stop!
I'm sorry.
Vinny's just calling you out.
I don't have any water.
I have water.
I just want to make sure
I
everyone's
have.
staying good.
Mm-hmm.
We're not advertising.
I have.
Not for them. Also, Coke did something weird with Ukraine stuff. So
Oh.
do not support.
Oh, did they do another weird like?
We're not going to get into it. We're just going to say they are not supporting Ukraine the way they should be. So don't drink Coke for a little while, guys.
Brief interruption to say, fuck Vladimir Putin and we stand with Ukraine. Okay, cool.
Anyways, yes, what are you guys doing now? There's an awkward pause, both out of game and in game, where there's just kind of a silence.
Kind of goes, oh, go ahead. I've been
when
taking
the two party faces try to talk at the same time.
Do the thing.
Say, oh well, thank you again for your consideration of my suggestions and ideas, Arlene. We won't take up any more of your time, and we'll allow you to discuss with the high
Head prominence.
Head prominence.
Go ahead.
What you need. We'll see ourselves out, if that's all right.
Yes, thank you so much, Arlene. But we'll get out of your hair.
Nalani is standing there and be like, "Oh, take them back." Arlene gives a smile to you guys, and a smile to Nalani to like allow you to go. Ezran gives a bow to you all as you go by one more time. And then you hear a louder call, "Vista, bring him back over now." And you just watch as the kid, just like again holding on to dear life on this little dragon wormling, just comes boom, bounding. through the exhibit. And again, as he comes by, he goes, "Hi, bye," and just keeps going.
Hi.
Hi.
Such a cute kid. All right.
Adorable.
Okay, guys. Well, I have somewhere that I need to be. Can we hurry? Like, sorry, Nalani. Thank you so much for bringing us in and out. I really appreciate your time as well. But we do have other engagements. Heaven's View Collective things. Let's go. And Temerity
Just kind of gives
points.
Nilani a nod and starts following after Temerity.
Yeah, sure. Nice. It was nice to meet. Well, see you. You're
We'll try to make it back for the opening.
Okay. Waves goodbye.
All right. Can we find like a
Quiet spot to talk.
bench?
Sure.
A bench,
You can find
an
a
alley.
bench. Yeah. A bench is less conspicuous than an alley. An alley, people are
All
like,
right.
why are those people standing in an alleyway?
All right, let's go to the bench. All right, and I'm going to be like, all right, I am going to need someone to hold my hand for a few minutes.
I hold his hand.
Oh, thank you. And I will
Just firmly
Nick?
grasps it.
firmly grasp it.
While that's happening, Connie is going to show Trine what she wrote down on her arm to copy into her notebook.
Gotcha.
And be like, do you recognize this language? If not, we've got some research to do.
She looks at your arm and says, why do you have ash on your arm?
Because I realized that there was language, some kind of language on the painting. So I copied it down. It translates to beginning of all.
Right. She looks back at your arm, kind of just like raises an eyebrow and says, there's just ash. I'll write down the phrase, but
you can't read it?
Yeah. She's like, no. And just like writes it down while kind of staring at you, being like, what? But for the next hour, you are at the very least able to read it. Actually, how long does see invisibility last?
See invisibility?
Mhm.
Good question. Let's find out, shall we?
1 hour.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour, so you're seeing shit.
Yep. Yeah, for the next hour. Ooh.
What?
I'm trying to think. Me, Vinny, I'm like, is there any invisible bullshit going on near you guys?
Oh God, is there any invisible bullshit going on?
That's what I'm trying to think right now. Give me a sec.
I have so many like suggestions for things, but they're all inappropriate.
That's fine. Those are going on, but
the inappropriate one?
Yeah.
It's not a concentration either, so it just lasts.
Yep, those two just last until you decide that you don't want it anymore. But yeah, no. Yeah, you're able to read the writing. Invisible creatures and objects are visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Okay, so I mean, besides that, you can see.
Shit, comprehend languages is also an hour.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the fuck?
they both last an hour, and neither of them are concentration. So you're just seeing shit.
I'm on a whole ride right now.
You're on some good drugs.
I'm on some good shit.
So you do see ethereal creatures that are ghostly and translucent. You just see them all over the place because things from the astral and ethereal plane crossing over. You see a huge, and I mean huge, ley line source of magic coming from inside, like underneath the city, underground from inside the city, that is just coming up outwards into the world.
Yeah, she kind of just looks down and then goes, "Oh shit, that's new."
Yeah, you're seeing so much weird shit right now. That's hilarious. But Trine's like, yeah, I'll copy the words you said, but I can't read whatever crazy shit you're seeing.
Okay, we need to go to the library right now before I run out of time and I'm not able to read this.
I can also cast both of those spells, and I feel like it would be funny to have two people on an acid trip right now.
Okay, are you doing
real
it too?
homies just get?
Are you doing it too?
I don't know.
If,
I want to.
You can.
I, as Nova, want to.
Okay. Well, if you Asunar decide that you want to cast it, let me know. But yeah, so Kanitae mentions going. I believe Temerity, you're warging into your familiar, right?
Yeah. But I need to bamf him here.
Yep. So you bamf him back.
Hey, babe. Sorry, I really didn't. Sorry. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. But I need you to go in there. Go invisible first, and then go in there and just show me the sapphire dragonborn, the kid, and maybe Arlene.
Turns
Would you do that?
invisible. Everything but his sneakers that he's wearing turns invisible. So he just starts walking in his sneaker. No, yeah, he turns invisible. Uh, Flies in. Um, Roll me a stealth check with advantage for your imp.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to do notes and this.
You're fine.
Stealth?
Stealth.
That's Dex, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ease.
Oh, baby, a triple. All right, let's go.
A triple.
Oh, okay, glad it's advantaged. A natural 20!
How
In
much?
total is 25.
25. This is pretty good.
Fuck.
Get that fate point.
Yep. Get a fate point 2. Yep, you are invisible. You looking through them are invisible, and you're able to make your way in. You know the layout now because you've been through it, and your imp can fly, so you are able to get in through there.
He can fly. He can fly. Sorry.
Really, Peter
I'm not,
Panning up in here. I know you're not.
Listen, I'm going to Disney in a month. I'm allowed to sing about it.
Yeah, I mean, you were able to get in there, and are you just like spying and listening to them, or are you trying to see? What are you trying to do with Nyx?
Also, I'm sorry, I'd like to make an amendment. The name Nyx was just functioning while I was trying to figure out what I want the name to be, and I kind of decided it earlier today, and then I said Nyx again.
Okay.
It's very similar. I want it to be Hex instead of Nyx.
Okay. Hex. All
Thank you.
right. You said what is Hex up to? What is Hex? What's the goal?
I just want him to like listen in on the conversation. I'm going to use I just need him to be like near them.
Mhm.
And I'm going to activate my new feature. Boo ba doo boo boo boo. I don't even know if it has a name, but um through my fucking eldritch whatever. Oh, okay. I took investment of the chain master, I think.
That's hot. You're welcome.
So I can see and hear through, but I'm blind and deaf, and that's why I need to hold Asinar's hand.
Yep.
Just and before I go, like, I'll exorcist on this shit. I'll tell her like, just like squeeze my hand a bunch of times if I need to come back, like only in emergency.
Okay.
That's fair. So as you are beginning your little spying on that, Connie, are you talking about like just getting up and heading over to the collective, like, too sweet?
Yeah, Connie's just gonna be like, well, shit, we should get. Well, would the collective even have books on this language if you can't even fucking see it? This is frustrating. Maybe I can see it in the collective because I have this going right now. We should go. Trine, we should go so that I can go look at books on language and see if I find anything out of the ordinary before it's too late.
She just nods like, yeah, I'm down to look at books. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
Right.
Una,
Alright,
we'll be back. Stay with Temerity.
Yep. If something comes up, I will.
I mean, you could carry me if you wanted.
Yeah, but don't you have to stay within a certain amount
I think you have
of
to stay
your
within a certain
familiar?
range to use that like see-through thing. I think it's like 100 or so feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do not have message, but I do have skywrite.
That's a choice. That would be
That's a
hilarious.
If there's a problem, you can skywrite and I'll come find you. But
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm out of
you
sending for the day, so only do it if you're absolutely
you
desperate.
underground in a building that is just walls of books. You're gonna see a skywritten sign.
Well, I don't
Sure.
know. Someone might make a weird report on it and be like, "Why the fuck are people skywriting?" I don't know.
Fair enough.
Why the fuck is there a dick-shaped cloud in the sky?
That's your secret message that everyone
Totally.
knows.
That's our
You guys
go-to.
know.
Cloud
I
dick.
feel like I feel like that's our go-to from
Yeah,
from
Alright.
days past.
yeah, absolutely. Just a
Oh.
dick in the clouds.
That
Just a
sounds
dick
like
in
an
the
that
box.
sounds like an album. That sounds like an
That-
alternative
yeah.
rock album.
That's a really good album name. Where is our friend who does that?
Who tracks the band names?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Temerity, through Hex, you are able to get the bird's eye view, as it were, of the conversation happening. I have a very particular gallery in mind from where I live, which is why I'm just imagining you perched up on this. It's just very fun for me. But yeah, you're able to listen in. For the most part, what you see is them talking about the upcoming gallery show, placement of the pieces. They talk about the artwork a little bit. As that's going on, the kid is playing with the dragon. Gets really close to hurting some of the statues, like the frog statue from before, and like gets a stern look from his father, and begins calming down a bit. And they go play in like the main hall area over where Nalani is, and they just kind of have to deal with that. So, but it seems to be, from what you overhear, it's just a casual conversation between friends about the his recent loss. There's a few moments of shaky breath where he seems to get less composed. Arlene just like puts a comforting hand on him. But it seems to be like a casual, friendly conversation.
I imagine like uh Hex is just sitting there like on this thing, like just watching this, like really couldn't care less, and like telepathically says to Temerity, like, really? You bounced me all the way back here to watch these two people have a little chit chat. I at least was hoping I could see something ridiculous like a stabbing or an affair or something. I don't know.
Like you do.
Yeah, usually that's what I call them for, to witness stabbings or affairs.
It's a good gig, I guess. Yeah. No. Yeah. Nothing untoward happens. It's just casual conversation. The kid almost wrecking some artwork because he's a kid with a pet dragon, so it goes about as well as you'd assume it goes in an art gallery. Yeah, nothing too unique happens as you watch. But it was good to double back.
Does it seem like he's going to stay?
No, after like 20 minutes of conversation, I don't know how long you wait, but after 20 minutes of conversation, he eventually.
Where does he go?
If you want to follow him, you can.
Follow him, Hex.
Are you going? Is Hex going past the point where you can't keep track, or are you coming up with a method that you can keep tracking? Because you only have, I think, 100-foot reach, and then it
Yeah.
goes static. Unless Asunar is just going to carry you while you're.
Yeah. I'll say, Asunar, they're leaving. I want Hex to keep following the Azaran. Can you guide me? If I tell you where to go, squeeze my hand twice for yes, once for no.
I squeezed his hand twice.
Okay. And I will start giving directions.
All right. I put Temerity on my back like a piggyback ride, but so I'm holding
I can
one
walk.
of his legs.
I can walk.
It'd be easier though because you can't see right now.
Yeah, this is easier, and Asunar is smart, but not smart enough to like be careful about leading you like around a corner and fully just swing you into a wall. Like I have done
Okay.
that. Like she totally
Thunk.
does that to people by accident. So
I
she's
just feel
holding
my body being lifted, and I'm like, okay.
no, she's holding you, so she has like regular piggyback with one of your legs like kind of hooked under one of her arms, but then she kind of has like her hand where like your arms are around her neck. She has like one of her hands just kind of like gently grasping your forearm to just do like the yes and no
Oh, okay.
pleases.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. You're able to begin following. As you guys begin following him north, Connie and Trine head southward to the collective. You're able to get in. Y'all got memberships. Y'all are cool. What is the plan? We're here now.
I need books on languages. Language like secret languages, everyday languages, just everything you got.
All right. We can give that a shot. You guys only have an hour, meaning
More like 45 minutes at this point.
yeah. So you're gonna have we're gonna do one roll to see if you can find it. Trine is gonna give you the help action.
Cool.
Make me an investigation check
Okay.
or a history check, either.
History. Nope. Investigation. Investigation's a +6. We're doing that
You
one.
can also add a D4 for guidance.
Ooh. Cool. Okay. 10 + 4 + 6 is a 20.
Nice.
It takes a while, like towards the end, and it's like getting maddening.
Yeah, she's like panic searching.
Until you finally find the language, and like you don't find the. Trine like looks through a book and can't find anything and just slides it over to you, and you're able to see the missing pieces that are in this book, which is like a whole drawing of like a wood, just a wooded area, but it's sideways, so it's horizontal in the book, or it's 25 degrees. 20. It's a.
If the book is like this, it's like this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I love your notebook.
Thanks.
That was very nice.
It's very appropriate for the campaign.
That's very
Yeah.
good. When you look at it sideways, you can look at and you see the full layout. You begin to read text on it, and turning it back over the normal way that you would hold the book. You can read it and read that it is in Druidic, and it's literally speaking about the language of the Druids.
Ooh.
So you are able to figure out that the language on the blossom itself was Druidic.
Okay.
Where was one of the flowers? Was one of the flowers in the collective that you guys?
Yes.
I do believe we dropped one of the flowers into the collective because Asunar ate it. Well,
Held it in
stashed
my
in her mouth.
I didn't eat it per se.
Per se.
I may be dumb, but I'm not dumb enough to swallow a thing that can be that scary looking.
Kanitae just looks up from the book and just goes, I bet you didn't know that there was Druidic in this book, huh? She's like a little bit crazed right now, but like in like a I'm on a fucking roll kind of way. You know what I mean?
That's wonderful. And
also, this is the second time that druids are coming up. I just want to note that right now. My inner conspiracy theorist is about to come out. But I'm trying to stay calm because we only have about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. You Trine leaves when you find that out, and quickly goes to search and find the one other blossom that they have. And she is able to get it because she knows where things are. And gives it to you to look at so you could read the words, and you do read words on this one as well.
What does it say?
It says, well before this cycle, you know.
Where is this written?
On the
On the
blossom.
Wait, did the
What?
police or whatever they're called take the other flower, or would we know
Question.
if it's still on the other body?
Good fucking question.
You guys have no idea because you left that body and left that blossom.
We did leave that. Ooh, sorry, I keep bumping my microphone. I have to highlight
How
things.
fucking dare you? How fucking dare you bump your microphone on stream?
I'm so sorry.
Which
Beginning
blossom
of
was this
all-
written on? Sorry.
The one,
That's
the
one
The
that
one-
Asunar coughed up.
Yeah, the one that was on one of the Divadi bodies.
yeah, the one that we witnessed get killed.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Kanitae immediately goes, "We gotta get that other flower, or at least get a look at it."
I mean, sure, we can try.
It's druidic. It's all druidic. Maybe they're all connected.
Yeah, at this point, both your invisibility fades first, and as that fades, the hidden language of Druidic does vanish, and
She just holds up the book like, "Can I keep this?"
and then and then afterwards, comprehend language just fades.
Yeah.
So your understanding of all languages goes away.
That's fair.
But this is just
You can't read or speak.
This is an
any
FYI
language.
that you need both see invisibility and comprehend
And
languages.
comprehend languages.
So
Okay.
it was just very funny that you did.
Well, because I was like, I can't. Why can't I see it? Okay, let's try comprehend languages.
Yeah, it was just very funny because it was literally the only way you were going to be able to read it. Cool. Yeah. Nice. So you got that. Yeah, you can you would try and talk for a few moments, and she's just like, yeah, I mean, we can go. Can you do that again right now, or is that a?
I'm running low, but technically, I think I could.
We can also.
Vinny, remind me again if you're cool with me expending a higher spell slot to cast like a first level thing, even though
Yeah.
I can't upcast it. Okay, yeah. So then I've got a couple spell slots.
But she's like, well, we can, but do we need it this second, or do we want to wait and? Are we missing other flowers?
It's a good fucking question, isn't it? But these are the first 3 as far as we know.
Vinny also has to count because.
Yeah, there's only been 3.
Switching back.
I'm also now thinking. I remember you asking us like what kind of magical items we want. I think I know what I want now, but we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Still don't know what I fucking want.
Yeah. At some point, yeah. Lists at some point are very helpful for me. You two continue walking along. Asunar, you have a passive perception of 20. I was going to say
Yep.
you're able to follow the commands of Temerity /Hex. And you guys begin to get to the upper political and manor region of the city. Eventually,
Oh boy.
as you go along, you head over towards a large building that on the outside is like a half dome, kind of like I forget which building it's in the capital that has the half dome golden top, but similarly done here.
Is it the Capitol building?
Probably. I don't know. I don't care enough about DC. From there, there seems to be long, thin, triangular walkways that are painted gold as well, that lead towards what you can assume, considering he is going there, it's probably where the Coronal Council meets. You're able to begin following him there. So we can say Temerity and Asunar, you guys figure this out, or Hex figures it out and then tells you two. What would you like to do from there?
Is the kid with him?
Yeah. He's
This
a
is what
single parent now. He kind of needs to.
collective needs.
I have no idea if we should keep following, because I have a feeling us normal civilians should not be here.
How do you um communicate that to me through hand squeezes? I want to know, just for curiosity. 'Cause I'm going. I'm still going.
Uh, Instead of squeezing, I just slap his forearm, just like, just a couple times.
Oh, like an emergency. Okay. I guess I'll bing back. What? What's wrong?
So, I'm not sure if we should keep walking, cause this does seem like a base not for us. Like, you'd probably, like, you fit in a lot better than I do. I definitely just look like your average day, Wishfallian.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I don't think we need to go inside. Exactly. I just need to be within 100 feet of Hex.
Okay.
Unless you're saying that you don't think I should be spying on him anymore?
Not that per se. I just don't want either of us to get in trouble for just hanging around where we're probably not supposed to be. Like,
Loitering, the worst crime.
We're gonna get a ticket along with this jaywalking we've been doing.
oh yes, most definitely.
And skateboarding, where skateboarding is not allowed.
The sheriff magically appears behind you once again. Asunar. No.
We've got a 3-star rating right now. Cops are chasing us. It's Ederic.
Oh my god.
All right. I mean, it's up to you. All I need to be is within 100 feet.
Roll me a perception check, both of you. See if some additional information helps you guys.
Well, that was a whole ass 7.
Oh wow. 8.
Killing it, guys. You don't see a lot of like security. I'll give you that much. There's not like armed guards just like patrolling every inch of this place. That's as much as I can give you guys on those rolls.
Does it seem like they're trying to keep this place under wraps? Keep the riffraff out?
That was what the perception roll was for, is to see like to read the
Oh
situation.
no, that was Temerity saying that
okay.
to Asunar. Sorry.
Fine.
Thanks. What do you think, Asunar?
Sorry, can you repeat that? There were some really concerning footsteps upstairs that I got distracted by, trying to see where they were going.
It's okay. I said it doesn't seem like they're trying too hard to keep any riffraff out.
I wouldn't say that. I just feel like folks like us don't really belong in this section, so I don't want us to get stopped or questioned mostly, because I tend to panic.
Well, you do know you can count on me to speak in any untoward situations. Of course, nobody's perfect, but I certainly come quite close.
Alright, let's keep going then.
Thank you. I will get you whatever it is you enjoy drinking later. Let's go! Tally ho! If I don't find out any information, I'm gonna be really angry.
Ingy.
As you do go in there, or are you guys going in there, or are you just having Hex going in there and watching through Hex? I guess is the clarification.
Oh no, I'm just watching through Homeboy.
Okay. You are able to get Hex in. Have Hex roll me one more stealth check, actually. You still have advantage, but
Woo! Quick math. 21.
one. Solid. Yeah, you are able to get Hex in without nary an issue. And he's able to fly into the main chamber of the Coronal Council, which at the center is similarly to the design of the building itself. Is a circular golden orb, golden flat mat, and from there are small points that come out, dozens of them. There are a lot that are closer in. Not a lot, a few that are closer in. Seems to be whatever inner council or higher up members. And you see Azaran sitting in his spot that is the head prominence. The rest of the elite prominence, I guess you could call them, sit. And then there are quite a few, not all there, but quite a few members of regular prominences from other random assortments and apartments. You see Sebanet is there in her spot, and there are plenty of other individuals, including sometimes there are paired off Devadis in a couple of their locations as well. And they seem to be starting a council meeting. As it begins, you hear that the docket for the day is increasing security of the armed forces, guards, and securities and patrols of the city, especially during the night times for both the sun and moon phases, to keep people safe as they are more weary during the night. There is arguments back and forth between a lot of them. Azaran specifically is not charismatically, but with a lot of gusto, defending the idea of having these increased securities, especially considering what just happened to him not that long ago. Seems to be very much pushing for a tighter grip of security, purely from the standpoint that if these kind of dangers are going on right now, there has to be some type of protocol and safety measure put out for the people to keep them safe. They may not love it, but they do need it.
Did they talk any details about what that would mean?
From what you can tell, it is hiring out. Weird message. Hiring out some extra security detail from Ashen Industrial. They have a multitude of robotic security that they can give at their disposal. In addition to the robotic security, hiring more people to work as both guards and hiring as part of the police force full time. So basically opening up a big job fair increase, specifically into these job fields to try to get people either without specific job work right now, or people who might be in a job that they don't want, to just increase those numbers. Then from there, potentially, and Ezran even says himself, I don't understand magic to its full capability, but if we are able to have more visual aids to track the corners that are less that are more dangerous, that need to be watched, I would appreciate us looking into those measures as well. I understand that arcane equipment is expensive, and the idea of creating these either at the Orano lab or one of the other laboratories might be very hard to do with remaining in budget, but I implore that we consider it. If not now, at least sometime in the future. And Inari now joins us in the corner.
Sweet baby.
Baby.
Mm. I was like, which character is that?
It's my puppers.
The dog.
My doge. My big old brown blob right over here.
You're a babu.
But those are the main discussions you hear. And him vehemently arguing for tighter security.
That's so funny you use that word because I used that word like 5 minutes ago to describe him in the notes.
Interesting.
Great minds. SAT words and all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I give up. I tried.
You got something. I'm sorry.
I'm not satisfied.
I'm sorry it wasn't a hidden affair where he says thank you for the knife that you stabbed my husband with and walks away.
Whoa!
Even
Oh
though
my God.
his husband
Give someone
has
some money.
7 giant holes.
He ran into my knife 7 times.
Boo. Boo.
You had it coming.
Boo.
He had it coming.
Boo. Alright. Should we say you guys rejoin each other? Get together?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys come and regroup at the collective or if we regroup elsewhere, but
Well, I'll call Hex back and thank him, and I don't know, buy him a piece of chicken or something.
Nice. He enjoys
chicken.
he enjoys the well cooked drumstick. Asunar at the very least knows where Connie and Trine went, so
I
Yeah.
also give Asunar a piece of chicken.
Good.
How much is the chicken? I want to make sure that I'm paying.
Oh my gosh.
3 copper each.
All right. So, do you want the chicken? Have you been a
Is
good
it
girl?
Is it dino shaped?
Oh my god.
Is it?
No.
No. I mean, you could
Yeah.
here take
I
bites
mean,
out of it.
No, I'm just being a dick. Yes, I take the chicken. Chicken's good.
Okay. All right.
Diamond shaped chicken? I am confused.
Oh wait, hold
No,
on.
I said dino shaped chicken, like dino nuggets.
There's a diamond shaped. I'm like, why would you cut chicken into a diamond?
Ew. This is gross. On friggin' D&D Beyond not sponsored. If you try to like I tried to minus 6 copper, and instead of converting the silver, like my silver into copper, and like adding the
Doing
difference,
the math.
it made me do it manually.
Rude.
What the fuck is wrong with you? All right.
This is why we're not sponsored. Anyways, yeah, no.
Fix
we'll
your
see.
shit, and then maybe
That's
we'll consider it.
That's why we're not sponsored?
Yeah.
It's not all the dick.
Either way, we can see you guys all reconvene at the collective.
Oh, and I'll send homeboy back to keep looking into the prominences of sales. You eating your chicken too?
I mean, you could have also
Nom,
just
nom, nom, nom.
seen the prominences of sales when you were at the
They have like
council
name
meeting.
tags?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen a UN meeting? Everyone has a name tag.
Well, hold on. Oh yeah, I rolled bad. Hex didn't notice it.
Gotcha.
I don't want to bring it up
That's
because he's been working really hard.
That's
I'm
fair.
sure to find it, and I'm sure he'd be pissed if he
100.
found out. It would have been way easier.
100%. Yeah, I can give you the names. I can tell you the names that you get from him for them.
Also,
Or wait, they're on
Asunar.
the document, so you have that.
Oh, which one?
I know we need to narrow it down. In the Wishfall Gazetteer document, in the Coronal Council, you have the names Gwalreg and Ulreg as the Devati Star Elf prominences of sales.
Oh, okay, cool. And I'll say, Asunar, I hate to ask this, but I am feeling quite dejected. I'm not very happy with the information I learned. Would you piggyback me some more?
Yeah, you don't weigh that much, so I don't mind.
The liquid diet. There's a
Anyways,
lot of boxed wine.
so I was just thinking that too. Yeah, so you guys are able to reconvene at the collective. At the very least, you guys have more information to share with each other.
Yeah. As soon as they get in, Connie immediately looks up from the book. I'm going to assume that it probably happened while she was finishing looking at the book and just be like, "It's druidic."
What?
Oh right, you were
It's
doing
druidic.
some.
I was also thinking it's electric. We're really in sync tonight. It's really concerning.
Yeah.
Connie just goes
Psychosuccinct.
Sorry, I saw something in the painting. It was language, and I couldn't recognize the language. So then I cast comprehend languages to see if I could read the language. And it translated to one thing, but I didn't know what the language was, so I tried to write it down and then try and couldn't read it. So we came back here to research languages while I could still see invisible shit, and it's druidic. I saw druidic on the blossom, and on the blossom that you found points at Asunar. It's a different saying. So we need to get the other one because it's got to be connected. They have to, they work together, I think. Like the first phrase says beginning of all, and then the other one says well before this cycle, like there's something missing in between those two. So
Let's go.
right now,
Yeah, let's go. Now that it's fresh in our minds, if you can't cast those spells today, I can do both.
oh yeah, cool. Try and I'm assuming the other body is probably at a coroner's office or something like that. Can you get us access?
It would be the morticians. Yeah, I've
Mortician,
not
yeah.
tried that.
That's not. There's a first for everything.
I don't see why not.
Worst comes to worst, I've got a couple of ways to help persuade.
Can I just say the whole time that you were explaining that with the druidic, and my brain was just like,
You should see
I love you.
whenever Mel goes off. It's very entertaining.
Oh, when I get on my theories, yeah. There's literally a clip of me on TikTok like having a fucking breakdown over a potential boss fight. It's very good. Shout out to Rach. I love you, Rach. Different Rach, not you, Rach. I also love you, Rach, but I'm talking about a different Rach. Talking about my DM Rach.
My DM reach. No,
God, he had too much caffeine. Fuck you.
it's not inaccurate for how you go. You do Marisha Ray it really bad.
I do. What up, Marisha? You want a conspiracy theory sometime?
But yeah, you guys can we can have you guys head off towards the petitions. I literally just pulled it up.
Oh my god, wait. On this flyer.
Yep, you guys are heading to the Duskin Morticians, which, if I remember my old world correctly, which I don't, the Mortician's office is connected to the police station. So.
Great.
So you guys are able to head over there. You are greeted by security at the front of it. You see Nick and Edric are both just having a casual conversation in front of the security area of the Mortician's office.
That's Temerity, just with Edric talking anytime he talks. Just
Talks. They are doing the shooting of lay shit, as one is to do. Um, Depending on what you plan on doing with that, you can continue or just walk past. They haven't said anything to you guys, so
If they're not doing anything to us, we're not saying shit to them. We're just gonna try to go to the mortician's office.
Ethel's not here, so it's hard to have Nick be like randomly interactive with you guys. So you guys walk in. You, Connie, notice a familiar individual currently working at the in the mortician's office. Seems to be the only person there, and only like a person that you only saw for a brief moment, who stopped while you were doing your little performance about the Blossom of Blight. You see the Earth Genasi, who was walking with a bit of a limp with a cane, getting his steps in, just making laps around. He's currently in there, also leaning on his cane, seems to be just looking at some paperwork. Sees you for entrances. Hello? How can I help you? You are more alive than the normal people that come in here.
Only
Connie-
on the outside.
Connie just kind of laughs at his little joke, you know, a little flattery goes a long way. She just goes,
He just told you you're alive.
yeah, no, exactly. He said we're a little more lively than the folks that are usually around here. It's cute. And yeah, she just goes, "Oh, well, aren't you just you're clever." Listen, sir. So we're from the Heavens View Collective. My name is Kanitae. Nice to meet you. I actually think I recognize you.
You also look familiar too. Were you were on a street corner
Yeah, you know, sometimes from time to
yesterday?
time,
Earlier today?
earlier today, yeah. You know, just to get out and get some fresh air. Sometimes I go busking and just hang around and try to meet people. You know, I'm relatively new to the city, but we're part of the Heavens View Collective, and we've been keeping record of an interesting new uh specimen of flower that's been cropping up lately. By any chance, did you get in um the bodies of a couple of Devati centaurs?
We did, and I saw for a brief moment the thing of which you speak. That was taken already.
Where was it taken to?
Evidence for the police related to the currently open case
I
related to
see.
that.
You hear
Particular.
Temerity in the background go, "Come on!"
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, sorry. That's unrelated.
Okay, nice to meet you.
He just has
Oh,
random
hi. Nice to
outbursts
meet you. My
sometimes,
name's
excuse me.
Temerity.
I'm Cole. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Cole. All right. Well, that answers our question right there immediately in terms of the blossom. Actually, if you wouldn't mind, would we possibly be able to? I'm assuming he's standing at a counter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to check something real quick. It doesn't say anything about when the spell ends. They know it was casted on them. Okay. She's just if he's standing at a counter, she'll be like, "Would you mind actually letting us see the body
Whoops, sorry.
that Blossom came off of?" And she's just gonna reach out and put a hand on his and cast suggestion.
Okay. Sure. Let's see how this goes. What's this person got to roll?
He's got to roll a wisdom save, DC 15.
Cool.
Mel, do I have your permission to use the picture that Nova sent on Facebook in the notes? Please.
Please hold while I check.
It's too
I
good.
roll.
Oh fuck yes! This is not the
Yay.
first
Mind me-
time that I've been memed in this manner. I'm fine with it.
Listen, I
Go fuck
literally,
yourself, but I'm fine with it.
No, listen, you said conspiracy theory,
Did
and then
you
the way that
take a screenshot from my fucking TikTok?
Yes.
You
That's
look very
fantastic. Oh my
concerned.
god.
So good. I
Uh,
think, you know what? I think that needs to go in the Discord.
I think so as well.
By the way, for anybody watching, if you're
Okay,
not in our
I'm
Discord, you're gonna miss the memes. So
Yeah. So please
okay.
head over,
I'm
hang
gonna
out. Gonna toss it up. All right. Yeah, definitely fails.
Thank
Rolled a 4 on the die, so
nice.
definitely fails. What was your phrasing one more time?
To let us in to see the body the blossom came off of.
Yeah, sure. I want, yeah. Here, and like like it gives you each a pair of gloves, masks, gives you like the whole the whole outfits for you to go in. So you guys all get like a pair of nice rubber gloves, a white schmuck, and mask and all that to wear. But you are walked in, and you do see very hard to contain because they are centaurs. A pair of Devati bodies that are currently laid out a pair of tables.
Divide body, divide body, divide body, divide body.
stop it.
She turns to him and asks, "So was just the flower extracted, or were there roots as well?"
Uh, the whole stem, I believe, was removed.
Whole stem. Okay. All right. And she's just gonna take a minute to like examine the bodies. Just kind of.
Sure, make a medicine check.
Yeah, sure.
Can't wait to just tell you
I mean,
that.
she's kind of
Dickhead.
just bullshitting a bit, but
Oh, okay.
um, if anything, I was wondering if I could make an investigation check to see if any of like the stem was missing or left behind.
Sure. Investigation. Asunar and Temerity, what are you guys up to as you see Connie like getting real close to those bodies?
Try not to puke. It's gross.
I
Kinda
just
gross.
I just look sad because I sort of knew these two.
I rolled a 17, by the way.
Okay. You do not find any additional stems or additional apparati.
Okay. And she goes, "Okay, right. Well, then we will speak to evidence, but thank you so much for your cooperation."
You're welcome. You Heaven's View Collective, you said, right?
Correct.
Looking you guys over one more time, being like, you get after like the magic fades of letting you in here, being like, wait,
It lasts for 8 hours.
yeah,
And he also would not realize.
I believe it only lasts until the end of the suggestion, which the suggestion was to let you in here to look at the bodies.
Let's see. Suggestion, excuse me. Suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range and that can hear and understand you. Creatures can't be charmed or creatures that can't be charmed are immune. A suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself into a spear, immolate itself, or some other obviously harmful act ends it. Target must make a wisdom save. On a failed, it pursues a course of action you describe to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. Yes. You can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration. For example, you might suggest that a knight give her warhorse
Yep.
to the first beggar she meets.
I think you're good. We got to
Yeah.
the
It
part that
doesn't
was
say
important.
anything
It did
though
say
about like
when
it doesn't say
when task is completed. It
no, but it doesn't say anything about him realizing a spell was casted on him.
no, but he's also like just being like, why did I let these random people in here again?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he looks confused and she just goes, "Thank you so much for contributing to collective research." And then she's just gonna usher the other two out.
3.
3, yes, 3.
Don't ignore my girl just because I don't have art up of her.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
And then she's just gonna kind of look at the group and be like, all right, so we have to go to the police station if we want this shit. Temerity, do you want to stay outside? Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they're outside. That's where you just ran into them, was outside.
Oh.
Edric and Nick are both outside.
Right.
Interconnect.
Mm-hmm. Or rather, Temerity, do you want to remain behind as not to draw? I think it was Edric who seems to upset you.
Upset me? He doesn't upset me. He's just harmful to the eyes
I
and
feel
ears
like we should have a drink and
and
discuss
nose.
this later.
Just stand in front of Temerity so he doesn't have to look at Nick. There, problem solved.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh! If you could misname him in front of him, that'd be hilarious. Move
I'll
along,
consider
Nick.
it.
My name's Edric.
I mean, Edric is currently next to Nick, who is
Oh.
the person that Judy is married to, who Ethel doesn't like. The fact that you both chose rhyming names is not my fault.
We hate the cops.
It's fine. We appreciate that here. At the Records of the Realms, we appreciate cop
But
hate.
the police come
Hey, Cap.
straight from the
Anyways.
underground.
Anyways.
Sorry.
Wow.
Remind me again, which of the two is more of a hard ass, Nick or Edric? Or is it neither of them?
It's Nick. It's Nick.
It's-
Edric, you
They're both beat cops, but Edric got like verbally abused by Temerity and just let it go. So like
Right. Okay. So Connie's gonna walk out the door, and make a beeline for Edric and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
they're outside. They're not in the. Are you trying to get?
Yeah, like leaving the mortician's office and going outside.
Cool. Okay. I thought you meant like going back inside the next one.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
gotcha.
no.
Okay. They're outside.
I just put Temerity over my shoulder so Temerity just has a nice view of my back and no one else.
But yeah, so Connie will go up to Edric and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Fine. Is there something that we can help you guys with?
Well, so at the collective, we've kind of been studying up on those blossoms a little bit more, and we understand that you have one of them in your evidence locker. Would you mind if we took a look? No touching, just want to take a look.
Yeah, we just want to see it.
You'd probably want to talk to either the inspector or the detective about that. Once it gets put into evidence, we don't really have access to it unless it's related to, specifically, related to the actual solving of crime, bring evidence anywhere. But
Who do I talk to?
you can either talk to Detective Mogan or the Inspector Vito.
Has to
Vito.
speak to his manager.
I don't believe I've met Vito before. Is he in? Are they in? I'm not gonna assume.
He is currently in. I believe so.
All right. Where do I have to like make an appointment, or can I just go in and ask for him?
There are labeled doors. If they are in and available, you could most likely just. Thank you for banning that. That was interesting. You can just go in and just knock on the door, and that should be easily solved. Sorry, I'm rereading whatever the hell that was. We love that. Yeah,
It happens.
Well, if you want to go inside, I can show you if you'd like. And
Oh yes, I would definitely appreciate that. Edric, right? I think we've only met once before.
oh, you were on stage during the whole.
Yeah. And then, we got recruited by the collective, so we've been working with them.
Right. Looks over, sees Asunar and Trine. Sees another pair of feet behind Asunar. Right, got you. Sure, right this way. You on in. It's set up like a police station. I'm not gonna try to describe a police station setup. But you are walked over to specifically a door that says Inspector Vito. There is like a little eye hole that you can see for like peering outwards. And the door is shut. And Eric just gestures towards and says, Good luck with whatever you're doing. Walks by the rest of you. Walks by Temerity. Does a double take at seeing Temerity, and then just keeps on walking.
I'll just be like,
Yeah, Kanitae will just go ahead and knock on the door.
There is some shuffling movement. You see through the what is it? The misted glass. What is it called? The frosted glass door.
Glass.
Yeah. You see as a shape, a figure comes towards the door, looks through the eye hole, and then deep breath. The door opens, and you are staring at yourself.
Well, that's unnerving.
Yeah, Connie just kind of squints like, do you do this a lot?
You watch the version of you just like staring intently at your face to watch your reaction.
Connie just kind of like tilts her head to one side, tilts her head to the other side, and just goes, Inspector Vito, I presume.
Accurate. Takes a step back. You watch the changing forms shift back to the normal form. The outfit shifts back to like almost like a long like duster trench coat that seems to have the properties to shapeshift along with the wearer. And says, Inspector Vito is me. What can I do you for?
We're with the Heavens View Collective. We've been interested in studying these blossoms that have been appearing on some of the victims that have been coming in as of late, and we understand that you have one in your evidence locker. May we take a look? No touching, I assure you. But I have a question that needs to be answered, and the only way I can do so is if I see it in person.
Well, we certainly can do that. And you see a really bad imitation of your accent starts coming out.
You might want to work on that, dear.
I'm giving it my best. This is the first time I've heard this accent because it's not from this world. Anyways,
I'd be more than happy to give you some lessons.
Looks down the line, sees a few other people, turns back into you, Kanitae, and offers a hand. Can I ask who you are?
Kanitae. But you can call me Connie for short.
Connie. Turns over to Asunar, offers a hand, and who are you?
Asunar. Well, where'd that come from? I'm Asunar. You can just call me Una, like most people do.
Una. Okay.
Most people being me.
Got you. And turns and sees Trine and Temerity, looks between the two, trying to decide which one seems more fun, turns into Temerity and offers a hand. And who might you be?
Temerity, pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleased to make yours. Attempting to copy your mannerisms for a moment before turning on Trine. And you are with the Heavens View Collective. What's your name? Trine. Turns into Trine. Trine. Got it. Got it. Got it. I know all of you. Turns back into the normal form. All right. What?
Are you collecting us like
Yeah,
Pokemon
this
cards?
is a little bit weird. Can I make an insight check on this guy?
Sure. Go ahead.
Cool. That's an 11 plus 4, 15.
I'll make a roll for it.
Okay.
For the most part, it's going to be probably not a helpful read, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that was bad. It seems like an actor who just really got into the wrong profession. For the most part, seems to like accurately be like going through your look, and like you look at whenever the impersonation comes to pass, the accent and that doesn't seem to match. The mannerisms seem to get pretty close for like such a quick meeting, and the outfit accuracy is also there. Like if you have like a scar, the scar is replicated. Like it is very accurately done.
Okay.
Oh, he's turning into each of us as he meets us.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Temerity, you get to get
you don't like that.
yeah, Temerity, you get to get like a full view of yourself as you're just like turning around in front of you.
Does my hair look okay?
From behind, sure, yeah, it looks pretty good when he like gives a full turn to go turn to Trine.
Does my ass look okay?
He can't replicate that. It's just not possible. Nah, nah.
Can't replicate that ass.
It's looking plump. I don't know what the correction is.
Incorrect. The
Delicious.
response I was looking for was dummy thick.
Dummy thick.
I mean, that
With like
describes
4 C's.
Yeah, but also dummy needs like 5 eyes at the end.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm done with you all. Good night.
You're a dunny with us all. Anyways,
Love you, Benny. Love you, buddy.
He says, yes, of course, if you wanted to check this evidence for collective research, we can certainly make that happen. Do you have any forms, any proof of your position? Just making sure it's not just some random people. You know how easy it is, turns back into one of you, to just copy around here, and turns back to normal, considering all the changelings about.
Good point. Did we get our documents in? Because Trine would definitely have identification. We were getting processed, I believe.
You guys had badges.
We have badges? Okay, I'll just present him with that. And just be like, is this enough proof for you?
He holds his hand out for it for a moment, raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, I'll kind of hand it to him.
Dramatic fashion, holds it up, peers at it very closely, hands it back.
I definitely wanted to be a magician in another lifetime. Like, it's so obvious.
Says, all right then. I shall. Escorting you down may be best. You could wait up here for a moment. I'm gonna just head down and grab some evidence for you all, and offers you to wait into his inspector's his private room, his lounge, I was gonna say, which is not accurate. His room, his office, as he heads off. We are definitely over time. So we could probably... We're at a point where you guys 3, even without Ethel, are doing some pretty good stuff. So if you guys are down for picking this up next week...
Yeah, I think that's good. I have
I'm
to
fine
work
with
at midnight again.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Alright. Then as you guys wait in the office for a wee bit, eventually evidence will come towards you, but for now, we'll have you guys sitting around in his office playing with his stuff, and pick up there next time.
Woo!
Thank you, peeps, who came on and chatted and hung out with us. Again, go to the Discord if you want to see a really accurate representation of what it was like during evidence searching. Parts of streams.
I'm just really excited that some things are connecting, okay? I don't know what you want from me.
I've no problem with it. It's
More
just
of this.
More conspiracy theory, Mel? Okay,
yeah,
you got it.
We love it.
Got it. Thriving in this environment.
As we normally...
Oh, I just got another really funny Photoshop idea.
Do it. Before we end, I'm just going to say, again, quick call out to Kabuki Kid for the individual artwork. Call out to Streamspell, who does these amazing Moon and Sun layouts. Amazing shout out to the players that we have, Rachel, Bova, and Mel. And we will see you guys next week for episode 6, 7?
It's 7. This is episode 6 right now.
7. Where's our
Yep,
7?
number 7.
All right. Have a
We'll
good
get
night,
lucky
guys.
and find some evidence.
Yes. Maybe.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, guys.